Welcome, everybody, to the latest Tournament of Doom. I am your host, tournament organizer, professional illustrator, and man who wears flannels in the middle of July because, hey, it's a nice, 68 here in Seattle. Because the Pacific Northwest has some of the best weather in the world, or the nation, or wherever you want to say, and you can fight me on that. But hey, when everyone else is having nothing but heat, we are sitting here and are having some of the best weather we possibly can. Yeah, maybe it's a little humid. It has been a little bit rainy, but you know what? I'm fine with that. I'm not needing to turn my air conditioner on to 10 degrees Fahrenheit to feel cool. But we've got two people here who might be sweltering. I don't know. Why don't they go ahead and introduce themselves? Whoever wants to go first.
Hello everyone. My name is Michael. Some of you have heard me here before, over in Ireland. Yeah, it's not too bad now. The weather's been good in Ireland for the past while. It's been a little cloudy, but it's fine.
Hey y'all, my name's Natata. I'm your local magical girl and water Pokemon enthusiast, and I'm currently in Florida. So I'll let you take a guess as to how hot it is.
110 at least.
Heat index of 105. You were very close.
I went to Florida in February when I was 18. I packed shorts, and when I left Seattle, it was rainy and 36. But with that, that's a good transition to the metagame. I'll let you two start talking about while I yell at my cat for a second.
Yeah, so basically just seeing it that Zoroark is number one, but if you combine all the Pults as the usual, then Pult is technically number one. But that's nothing new here. Then we actually do see that Slowking is technically the second individual if you don't include the Pults, which is very nice to see, especially after getting top 4 there in NAIC and then getting into the finals in Turin. So that's actually very nice. And then we do see some Greninja actually starting to pop up. So that's actually very interesting.
I want to point out the 18 Beedrills. I feel like that needs some pointing out here. The bees can be very dangerous, y'all. 18 Beedrills.
And only
that deck
one
is not to be messed with.
And currently only 1-2-0. Well, let me update the standings.
Only one, okay.
Only one out of the 18. Bees, what are you doing?
There's 2 of them still playing.
Okay.
One against Greninja and one against Russell.
Oh.
Let's check their deck list, see if they even have it out. Rabska.
They have the fan rotom, but that's really it.
Rabska, cool. Rabska. They're like, hey, I'm going to load up. And they're like, hey, I wouldn't do that. That would be a bad idea.
That would be funny.
Well, wait a minute. Look at the attack, though. This attack does 30 more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. They love loading up that Crustle with all kinds of energies.
Yeah.
So it's not a horrible out if they can make it work.
Yeah, no, it isn't out. You always do play to the outs.
You got Sacred Ash. You can at least bring him back once or twice with the Max Rod. I mean, it could happen. You're not going to attack here with Kakuna. There's no reason to.
No. Could get a cheeky fan rotom though early on against a Dwebble.
Oh,
true.
That also is a world where it happens.
But that is interesting that we had that many bees. Slowking's up there. Azul winning with Greninja last week probably did help the Greninja numbers.
Fair. Yeah, the usual thing of if something does well, then okay, it'll pop up next time.
Especially if a large name or
if a big name plays it.
Let's see who is on it tonight. No names. Oh, well, I know Woo Woo Woozer. Woo Woo Woos. Okay. He played when we first started. He takes breaks. Looks like he's back right now. We got a couple 2-0s. Nothing too bad. Look at overall standings. What's up there?
Dragapult Dusknoir to the surprise of nobody.
We do see a Bolt though. That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We have Gabe Smart playing currently at 2-0 with Dragapult. Nathan Shaw, why is that? I do
I'm
have
seeing a lot of slow kings in that top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
all right. We have an other at 24. Let's find out what it
What's
is.
the other?
What is the Diggersby? Yo.
Oh, wow. Okay. This is interesting.
Cool.
Is this like a control deck? No.
No, you're literally just doing like as a spread kind of.
It's a spread.
With the first attack. And then if you need to buy time, you just see Vel'Tos stall.
And then you could use the Mimikyu for as a Dragapult tech with the Clefairy.
No, I'm glad to see someone doing well now with Diggersby, because when they announced it, it was like, okay, this actually has potential as a good one prize.
I think there's something to be said for playing something that people are just not used to seeing, because it becomes a situation of, let me read what that card does, and then they have to play around something that they are not prepared for.
Like, that's why Jose won with Hops Trevenant. There were just so many matchups where it was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, I don't know how to play, like, especially all the Pult players. They don't know how to play against it. Then it's like, oh, okay, that's free wins. Free wins, you eventually get the dub, and that's all that matters.
So true.
Let's see, anything else sticking out as we're looking through here? We have an issue.
Arboliva. There's an Arboliva at 2-0.
Yo, it's been a while since we've seen that.
Yeah, no, that oil salvo.
9 Ryan C.
That in a minute.
All right. We may have, for the first time in a while, have a slow play call. So we might need to jump tables here just as a fair warning and to chat and everything.
Okay.
They're saying there's a 6-minute difference in time. I'm checking what decks they're playing.
Right.
Because Russell versus Greninja. Okay, so there could be a call there.
Depending on board state and stuff, yeah. Fair.
Now, if I look at it, and then there's a major time difference, and that it's very much like, okay, there is nothing they can do, and they're not making the plays, then yeah, I'll call it slow play.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to manage slow play online, I assume. Much more difficult than in real life, where you can just, stand over their shoulder and actually watch what they're physically doing.
Yeah. It does seem tougher in the way that you just have to basically, like, because all that we can see is just like screenshots.
Well, yeah, because the time difference is because we have animation stuff. So like, we'll bring up Arboliva.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, they just won. They're like, oh wait, I won. It's okay. Then.
Oh, well, that makes it easier, but okay.
Arboliva and even Dragapult, you have the damage counters. You move them, it takes time. There's not much you can do. It just is what it is. Gardevoir was even worse because it would do the damage. You'd have to do that almost every turn. So it's
yeah.
So that's
anything where you're moving damage counters around just takes time, because the animations themselves in PTCGL do take a set amount of time each time.
One thing I read someone saying the way the game is set up is it doesn't like collect things and then send it to the server. It does it. It takes it. It sends it. It takes it. It sends it. It takes it's not optimized.
Yeah.
Which I was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. So I don't know what caused it, or like how they built it that way, or why they built it that way. But that's why. At least from what I've been told from people who've like look at it and like, oh yeah, people more inexperienced than me. I could be completely wrong. They could be completely wrong. I don't know. But the way it acts out, it makes it definitely feel.
I'm seeing an Electros deck at 2-0. What is in that? That looks quite interesting. Oh, it's an Ionos deck.
Yeah, it's like the box kind of. It's really fun.
Okay. Got a Mega Dragonite, Electros. Huh.
I've been running into a lot of Mega Dragonites on the ladder right now. I'm about 1600 on my ELO right now. So not bad, but I'm surprised I'm seeing that much. Not bad for a guy who plays maybe 3 to 4 games. If that.
That's not bad.
Like I haven't played today. But I personally don't play on Fridays because I know I'm going to come in, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be watching for hours. I want to come in like fresh.
Yeah, you don't need to.
But
Fair.
Sky Transport really good. I think that's one of the things.
Oh, it's such a good ability.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when the old what was it, a Somnot days where we had the Solgaleo where you could also switch. Like that was just brilliant.
I love that Solgaleo. I love that Solgaleo.
There was another card, I want to say it was in Sun and Moon Block, that I think the ability was called Invasion, where when it came into the battlefield, it would swap with whatever was active, and that was very popular.
That would be the Dawn Wings Necrozma.
Dawn Wings Necrozma. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, I love Dawn Wings Necrozma. I won my first
that
cup.
Was also good, but the fact that it wasn't like you couldn't just switch, it had like kind of that caveat to it. But back
you had to have that into the battlefield effect.
No, you could be on the bench and do it anytime you wanted. The problem is it had a 2 energy retreat cost, so you needed float stone.
Like,
yeah,
it was fine.
I know because I played that deck. I played Malamar Necrozma with
and then we got Altar of the Moon, wasn't it? Where it was free or 2 less retreat, I think.
Yeah, I think
Floatstone was still standard at that point, was it not? Yes, Floatstone.
Yeah. Floatstone was the preferred choice.
Yeah, but once it rotated, I think that wasn't technically an option.
Yeah, it kind of died after Floatstone rotated, and then there was more powerful stuff out there. Oh man, those 3 Slow Kings just sitting there.
They're just like being like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" You know, they're just like, "Just leave us alone. Let us do our own thing."
Whereas in this one up here.
Yeah, and then even on 15th, Nathan, like. They were just like, oh, okay, you guys just do your own thing.
Bring back.
We just want to be here in a squad together in 10th, 11th, and 12th.
So there's the bolt.
There's a Metagross.
Yeah, there's another bolt up top also. Oh, 2-0 Metagross, yo.
Check out Josh.
Mega Venusaur.
This is good. I do like the Mega Meganium. It's nice to see it.
Oh, he is. He's running the Mega as well as the baby.
Yeah. I like the Mega. You just have a big blow up option.
Oh yeah, no, that comes in like a bomb with Giant Bouquet when you have the baby Meganium as well.
Yeah. No, it's insane. I love it.
Very nice. I think Grass right now is in such a great position to just very dominant, because when you have Forest of Vitality and you are able to just outspeed your opponent to get to those high level evolutions that have those abilities, that have those really good attacks, that is so good. Is the Doublade 2-0? It is. Oh my goodness. We were talking about this before we started, Michael. The Doublade is the one Doublade.
Look, it's fun.
I think this is firmly in the category of I don't know what I'm playing against, because people aren't going to know what to do with this.
Yeah. Oh, they have the Mega. Okay, this.
They got the Empoleon too. There we go.
Yeah, I thought it was just Doublade.
No, no. So they run the Empoleon for the ability. Emperor's Stance prevents all the effects of attacks done to your Pokemon.
Yeah.
Really good.
Oh, they're running the Metagross stuff since they just don't want to play the Ignition Energy. Okay, fair enough. Mm-hmm. Okay, then I can see it.
Also, X Ace Dragon, thank you for the follow. And it looks like we are done with this round. So let's go ahead and get the next round up and we'll get a game on. So let me set up.
Sounds good.
Oh, all right. We got the game going. Let's see who's already streaming. We've got TCG Demon, Mean Beans. We've got a pack of alpacas and Lucario Stand 12. I won't lie. Alpacas is usually my go-to because he's a good player. And it's a Zoroark Mirror.
Ooh.
Let's see what beats.
That's not too bad. Like, I know it's...
That's not too bad of a mirror.
But it's not bad.
Let's see, I'm trying to remember what Mean Beans full. They are... a good run. how is there just 2 people with Bean in their name?
I just noticed that. Mean Bean Aces TCG.
Festival lead versus Alakazam.
Ooh.
Okay.
Demon Slayer. So I wish it uploaded all the standings because we have so many players. Even like 1-1s get like put down.
Festival
Yeah,
lead versus Alakazam might be very interesting.
it's an interesting matchup in my opinion. Back in Prague when we had Togekiss for flipping coin, like taking extra prize, like obviously then okay, if we get 1 heads, then we're back in the game. If they take the first knockout, but it is interesting the way that like, okay, you can kind of just build up a board where okay, they have to use their double attack in order to just remove our 1 Alakazam. They can't go do multi-prize turns.
Let's go ahead and do that one and go jump to table 2. It's like all the other ones are like Dragapult this, Dragapult that.
Yeah,
I'm like, nah. But I'm gonna go off.
Seems like it's gonna be interesting.
I'll go off to my Watchtower and I'll leave it to you too.
Cool. Thank you.
Sounds good. Now, with this matchup, I'm curious if the festival lead has an answer to Alakazam to control that hand size. Because Alakazam, once it gets set up and has a large hand, can be very hard to contend with.
Yes. Like it's they normally won't matter as much with the hand size. It's just more about the like just not OHKOing, but like taking the prize damage difference. Now we do see here with the Alakazam, they are running the 101 Dusknoir, which I do like. I do like to see. Yeah. I've seen some talks about it, especially just having to deal with, say, for example, the Team Rocket's Articuno. It is interesting. So that is technically also a way. There is a Badoo, though, in the Alakazam, which is interesting. And then I do like to see the one.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. I noticed that.
No, not really. There is the Cypher Maniacs Cobreak, and I do like that. I do miss that when I used to play Alakazam with the Ciphers. It is fun this game.
The Alakazam's got the Badoo and the Genesect with Ace Nullifier.
Yeah. No, it is interesting. Now we do see Lally Stadium as the ace spec, which is interesting. Over something like the Battle Cage or the Nighttime Mind. And then Legacy Energy. So this is more kind of like a weird control style then, from the looks of it.
My guess is the Lively Stadium is to protect those Abras. That would be my only real guess as to, because they're such low HP. They're kind of, they're Dragapult food. They're
too squishy, and plus it's annoying.
They're a little squishy.
It's very annoying.
But I think that once the festival lead gets set up, once they get a Thwackey and they're able to search out things every turn, they're in a really good position for prize trade because they don't really run any multi-prizers for the Alakazam to take advantage of.
No, and that's the thing. It's mainly just the big thing of like, well, okay, who takes the first prize? And then also with the Alakazam, especially without the Togekiss, that it's like, oh, okay, can I have a board state where they can't do the wave, take a knockout, and then I have to promote and then do the wave, take another knockout?
Mm-hmm.
And especially the fact that Gladion doesn't exist yet, it's a lot easier. Like, I do think when Pitch Black becomes competitively legal and we get Gladion, then I do think 100% it'll always be Festival lead favored.
Gladion is going to make Festival lead a bear. I'm calling it now. That card is going to be it. That is going to be a must-have in your Festival lead list.
I've seen lists with 1. I think it should be a 2 or 3 of minimum. It's just too good. Like, I understand the whole condition of it. Like, oh, okay, you have to have 0 in hand. But the fact you have the whole Thwackey Boom Boom Groove, you kind of don't care. You can kind of get there anyways. Mm-hmm. Plus, it means you don't have to, like, say, for example, you don't have to play Black Belts training anymore. The Kieran, you can kind of, like, technically reduce counts of that, and you can just go back to, like, a switch, one switch, one Kieran, for example.
Thwackey in Festival lead is extremely underrated as far as the power that it grants, because anything that allows you to search your deck for a card without any stipulation is very, very, very good. Any kind of
Yeah.
library search,
Like,
that is
even
extremely good.
yeah, like, even
And
we
you can
saw
see
what
right
was
here,
it?
they've got that do the wave, and then they're gonna take out the second Dun Dunsparce.
Yes.
So now
Like,
they've
even
just
after
taken,
seeing that Pidgeot got rotated, that when they decided to bring back that ability with the Crobat, they brought back in the stipulation of like, oh, well, this is just too strong. We have to add the condition of, oh, that Crobat now has to be in the active. And even as you're seeing there with the Thwackey for Boom Boom Groove, well, oh, okay, you need a Pokemon with Festival Lead in the, as the ability in the active first. Just adding these conditions, because it is, as you were saying, it's just too strong to have no condition on its own. But here we are seeing that, yeah, that they're getting going
I
here.
think
They're
this
trying to drop some
Alakazam is
cards.
kind of on the back foot right now because taking out
Yeah, they've lost the
both of
first
those
two.
Pokemon in
They're
one
not taking the
turn so
knockout at all this turn.
Mhm. And if they do the wave again, they're going to have to promote something. So I think they're
Yeah,
kind of filling up the bench in anticipation that that is going to happen.
yeah.
Taking advantage of those telepathic energies.
They're just accepting that, okay, you're going to take two next turn. Now, how do I make a comeback here?
They're going to retreat and they're going to promote the Shaman.
Yeah,
They're kind of playing a game now of what can I afford to lose? Which,
yeah.
again, you're playing on the back foot there.
100% here. Like, we do see it that even with this turn where they're going to take two prizes, like I wouldn't be shocked here now if the Abra gets brought up, but instead we see the boss, so it doesn't matter.
They're going to take out the Kadabra with energy.
Yeah,
This
they're going
Festival
to
Lead player is playing very smart.
So probably what they're going to promote up the Shaman and let that be this kind of like sacrificial lamb. But then we're seeing it of the fact that here, well, then from the Alakazam player, they're going to have what, the two Kadabras and the Abra. They basically now have to evolve all of those into Kadabras and just hope that, look, I can somehow just deal with you. But we do see that they have two Thwackeys anyways on the bench, so even if they do somehow go boss, knock out one of them, they still have another one there.
The Thwackeys, they usually will set up at least two because you want to be able to get those two cards a turn that you get to pick. You don't have to play, do I draw into this? Do I draw into that? You know, and the Alakazam lost two Dunsparces very, very early, which could have helped them to draw cards had they been able to evolve them, and they're just not going to get that. Meanwhile, the Festival Lead player gets two cards a la carte each turn. That's putting them at a great advantage.
Oh, it's insane. It's just huge. Now we do see here with the Cypher Maniacs, so it makes sense. They're going to try and start seeing if they can do like a little bit of a control strategy here. Just basically getting with the Lively Stadium just to remove the festival grounds. Now, even though that, yeah, we do know that they're just going to get it back, but you kind of have to force them to make one of those card selections be that stadium.
They're going to force a hand of one of these thwacky moves.
Yeah. But then we do see the good old handheld fan just basically saying like, oh, okay, yeah, if you hit me, I can just move your energy wherever you want. And especially with Festival Lead running
very limited energy.
Very limited. Like I believe it's normally 5 as the standard.
It's 5 to 6, so it's a very limited energy. Oh, did someone concede?
But we do see here that they have the Lana's Aid and 2 Night Stretcher, so they can recover. But we've seen already in play that they have 3. Oh, and they just get okay. Never mind.
Yep.
Well,
let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and jump to table 3 and see how that game's going.
Alrighty.
And then we'll load this up.
The good old Zoroark mirror.
It should hopefully last longer.
The Zoroark mirror.
Look, it can't be helped, Doom. So we do see here what Transformation Tome, getting to play the 2 of them, swapping the Zorua with the Monkey Dory. Very nice. So then they can do the put 30 onto it. And then copy the Zekrom second attack. So very nice.
I feel like Transformation Tome is going to be one of those cards that's going to be very prevalent in the format. That's just such a good.
Yeah,
It's almost like a
it's an
Thornton, but for any
interesting.
kind of Pokemon.
Yeah, well, especially in the Zoroark decks, like pairs in perfectly to where you can just increase the whole strategy of like, oh well, I need to do X Y Z play. Oh, I only have X and Y. Oh wait, never mind. This allows me to get Z, and then I win, or I'm in a good position as we're seeing here, to where the Zoroark player that we're watching their perspective of, they're going to be able to go down to 2 prizes and basically just saying next turn, oh, okay, cool, I can win. Especially with the Zoroark on the bench. So it is a very good, cool card. And we can see the Purloin here. The Purloin having a very nice illustration rare. That's nice.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Yeah.
I've been loving some of the SIRs and the illustration rares. They've really, really just surpassed my expectations.
Yeah, some of them are just amazing. And then you see some of them and they're like, all right, this is cool. I do see what they were trying to do here.
I saw for World, one of the activities that you can go to is a clay sculpture class, because I'm sure you remember, Michael, you're kind of old school like I am. The clay Pokemon cards where it's made out of the polymer clay. Those are
they're amazing.
So gorgeous. I love those cards.
If they now, maybe they did have it when I got the invite for Hawaii and Anaheim. Maybe they did have it and I just didn't see it. But like I did say it now to one of my friends that's going to San Fran. I was like, you got to do this. You got to do it. You played Conkeldurr. They can like figure it out and stuff. Like it just.
Oh, so they just secret boxed away 2 bosses' orders.
To make a little play Conkeldurr is funny.
To grab another boss's orders.
Look, maybe they just want to thin the deck,
2 for 1.
Yeah, why not?
Little 2 for 1 there.
It is a little bit unfortunate though in the way that they can't even really clutch because of Petron to get into subjugating chains.
Yeah, no.
So probably is just the case
Petron
of
kind of makes the Yveltal a little bit, a lot of bit less useful.
Yeah. But look, you just have to wait and see what happens. Like they are kind of just doing the kind of stall play of just trying to set up and seeing what they can do. But we do know that Zoroark, they get to see 7 cards here between the top deck and 3 trades.
Yeah, they need to find the boss, but between 3 trades, I'd be surprised if they don't find it.
Yeah, especially like with 12 cards in deck.
12 cards in the deck. If they haven't already played all of them, there it is.
Like there we go. Lo and behold, boss shows up.
I hate being the Cassandra sometimes, but with 3 trades, I just didn't see it, and only 12 cards in the deck. I didn't see it not happening, unfortunately.
No, it's like even just playing. Like if I'm there sitting across from the Zoroark player, there, I'm just like, yeah, they probably do have it, and especially because we haven't seen the full game, we don't know what the quantity of boss in the deck was.
What they've already played, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like normally a 3 to 4 of copy in it. Or 3 to 4 of count in the
list. I don't think I've seen a Zoroark list that doesn't play at least 3. So
yeah. So that's why it's like, oh, well, especially if none of them have been played, it's like, oh yeah, you're going to hit it. I'd be very shocked if you don't.
All right, let's go ahead and jump back to table 1. Our casting desk here in Seattle. All right, so here it is the latest standings. We do have a Rocket's Honchkrow, Z Balthrak, who has been doing really well.
Yo.
Rocket's Honchkrow is dangerous. That is one of those decks that if you do not take care of it early game, it just gets stronger as it moves along.
Yeah. It's that, or even like as you were saying earlier when you were playing Slowking, like it does feel kind of like those weird high roll kind of decks where it's like, okay, you can either set up and you just get the ball rolling, or you're just kind of like, okay, you could easily just fizzle out, and then you're just like, oh, okay. Or even late game, you can still fizzle out, which is upsetting.
We've got a Marnie's Grimmsnarl at 3-0. That's a deck
Ooh.
that I feel like has kind of fallen off in popularity. I used to play it quite a bit. That deck can be very
It's
aggressive when it
simply
gets
the
set
fact
up.
that we lost. Like, I am looking forward to seeing it make a resurgence. But it was main thing was that we lost Arvin and the TMs. That was the big thing. But it is
SCPs
kind of
really
nice
bad.
getting to see it come back, especially with Dragapult kind of, still being the king of the format. Since Grimmsnarl, like, you can literally just kind of do what you want, but it just like you've lost so much of your tempo that it's much slower now in a weird way. So it is interesting to see. But it is cool, yeah. Like, we have the standard 4 of Petrol and stuff with Secret Box. You have the energy switch with the 9 energy, which I do like. Then you have the third Grimmsnarl now over the second one. But yeah, it very much is. And we do see the Iris in here. That's cool.
Which deck are you looking at? I'm sorry, I'm dealing with the judge call.
I think it's number 13.
Let's see. All right.
Captain Pug.
Grimmsnarl.
It was the top placing Grimmsnarl. So I assumed that was the one that Natalie was talking about.
Yes.
But yeah, it's very cool.
So while you have lost the Arvin, you did get Team Rocket's Petrol, which is,
Yeah.
I mean, that's about as good of an Arvin replacement.
It's a close enough swap, as a one-to-one kind of thing.
I jokingly refer to Team Rocket's Petrol as Team Rocket's ace spec identifier, because that's really what it is for a lot of folks. It's just go find your ace spec.
It normally is, yeah, which is very funny. You're just like, oh, okay, yeah, I have 5 outs to my ace spec. That's fun. But then you might realize,
I can draw it organically, or I can draw it with Petrol. Take your pick.
Yeah.
So I'm going to bring up the judge call we got going on right now, because it's a weird one. It's a bug that we know.
Right.
They tried to retreat, and they couldn't. It put it back into their hand.
Oh.
And now I'm trying to tell the players it's a reset. And one player is complaining it's not fair because they had a free set they set up. But as part of our thing is you get to choose first or second. And then if your opening hand is bad, you can just say, no, I want to do this again.
Yeah, that's fair.
That seems fine.
It is weird, though, that when you get to retreat, though, that there's a bug where it can just go to hand. That is interesting.
PTCGL things.
Yeah.
It's like,
it is a little unfortunate.
The argument is from one player is I set up, I should just win. But the argument on the other side is I didn't get to play. The game did not allow me to play.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
It sucks, but it's how we've it's how we've had to handle it.
Fair.
So like I don't know what they could have done after their turn bugged. Like, oh, I'll set up. Well, cool. Okay, maybe they item lock you out of the game, or they have something else happen. Once the game crashes, I can't tell.
You don't have a crystal ball, unfortunately. So
no. It'd be good if you did. We can just be like, oh, well, what decks win, or that kind of stuff, and we can just take the list off them. But yeah, that's unfortunate.
It sucks. Nothing's going to be 100% fair.
Yeah. No, it can be rough sometimes. And especially when it's something that's not in your control.
Whenever you're dealing with anything with PTCG Live, you kind of have to roll with the punches. It's between the floating cards, the disappearing cards. There's something in a tournament of this size is bound to crop up, and it's just, you have to handle it.
Yeah.
Like, I'll say like this. If we reset the game and you start Pheasant Deputy 7 energy, like you get 6 energy and then you top deck your 7th.
Yeah.
That because the game crashed on your opponent, you should be allowed to reset the game. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you and your opponent can totally donk out on the reset as well. It's a game of RNG.
Yeah.
All right. But the bad thing is with that is that we are going to see a 12-minute extension.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's bound to happen. And it could finish really quickly. It is Zoroark versus Dragapult Blaziken,
Right.
which could go either way.
Okay.
We're trying another call because, hey, who doesn't like making calls?
This has certainly been a night for judge calls. I'll say that.
It calms down
Yeah.
usually.
Okay.
But it's one of those ones where, like, once you start getting games in, that
Yeah.
they things start happening like that.
Okay.
What is the undefeated rogue deck? The little substitute at number 17.
That wasn't that the one we were looking at?
Mega Absol box.
Yeah, the high roll. Just flip some coins.
Kaleido Waltz.
Best ace spec ever right there. No, okay. It's a meme. I know it. It's not the best ace spec, but I played drag.
Bad.
I played
It's not bad
drag.
ace spec. Precious Trolley is good.
I played Dragapult's Iron Thorns for a while, and that was the ace spec for it. I was like, yay, I
Yeah.
love this. And we have a wrong deck list. Someone played a red card against a Alakazam, and they don't have red card in their list. They have unfair
No.
stamp. They don't
Oh,
have
no.
red card.
Okay. It's unfortunate.
And that's gonna be a
Always
game loss
quadruple
there.
check your deck list, folks.
Yeah.
Do I like your deck, Archie? I don't know. Could always look, I guess. Yes.
There's one Flareon box. That's interesting.
There. Oh, Dragapult Dustform. Oh, wait, let's look at it. They said there was something in there. Oh, the Ruffian.
You know, I never could figure out how to pronounce the name of that card. I was like, Ruffian? Why is his name Ruffian? What does that mean? And somebody was like, Ruffian, and I was like, oh, well, Phil DD. I just didn't know what I was doing.
It's Rufio.
Fair.
I thought it was the name of a character. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I didn't realize it was like the name of like what he's called. I thought it was his name.
Yeah. No, fair.
I was like, is it like Ruffian? Like, is it like pronounced a way I don't understand? I don't know. And then one of my friends at Locals was like, Nat, that's Ruffian. Oh, well, all right. Discard a Pokemon tool and a special energy.
Yeah, it's kind of a good card. Like you'd hope so. It has its place. Plus, like the full art, it's like 85
Okay.
cents. So if you want to bling it out, it's pretty easy.
Bad. Not
See.
too bad.
We do have a 3-0 Metagross. Which this gets better with Excadrill.
Yes, I think so.
The baby Metang stuff, yes.
Metangs are going to be
It seems cool.
Metal Maker.
Had a promo? Oh, it was one of the building battles. Okay, no. I am so behind on my building battles. I used to collect all 4 from every set. And
Ah,
I stopped doing it because I wasn't able to go to build them re-releases. And now I'm actually
fair.
I'm going to Pitch Black, whatever it's called, pre-release next weekend. So
Yeah.
I had to email like a month in advance to like set the date. Like, yeah, I'll be there. Like, RSVP me, please. And like, okay, you're in. I'm like, yay.
Nice.
I had to pre-register for my pre-release slot next weekend. That is how popular it is
Whoa.
for pre-release. They took pre-registrations for it.
That's insane.
Well, that's like every
Yeah.
location now. You have to.
I didn't know that was a thing. They just started doing it
No.
here.
Some
That's a new phenomenon
don't.
here.
It depends.
What are you hoping to pull from the pre-release Doom? What starter deck are you hoping to pull?
I haven't really looked at them yet. I know they just leaked. I'll probably want to say the hide and sneak just because I kind of want to have that deck around anyways.
That's the one I want. I want hide and sneak so bad. That's going to be a Dragapult killer. And I think it's
I can
good.
see that they're only doing one Delmise though in the pre-release kits, whereas you get like everything else in it, which is interesting.
Let's see.
I think if they had given you too many Dolmaz, it would have been too good.
In the pre-release kit, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I get you.
I've always thought Delmise was so interesting because a lot of people don't understand what he actually is. Michael, do you know what the actual sentient part of the Delmise is? Like what part of it is actually living?
No.
So this is just like fun trivia that Natata knows. It's ghost grass. The living part of it is the seaweed. It's not the anchor. It's the seaweed wrapped around it.
Yes.
That's why it's ghost grass and not ghost steel or ghost water. It's the seaweed, which I thought was really funny because when I looked at it, I was like, but it's got an eyeball. It's got a little eyeball, like the little compass part of the anchor to me looks like a little eyeball. And I sat there and I argued with my roommate for like 20 minutes about which part of it was sentient. And then we eventually just Googled it and looked it up, and it's the seaweed.
No, fair.
All right, so someone who did play the wrong list actually just asked, do I drop with the wrong list? I'm like, no, it's just a game loss. You can play, just make sure it matches, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure. So, like, you can mess up your deck list, and sometimes you think you updated and it didn't update, and that happens. There's not much you can do. What is Zolos do? Oh, maybe makes sense.
One of the things I've always loved about playing as a player in Tournament of Doom is you can play the entire 9 rounds, even if you're losing every single one of them. You can get the practice in. You can get those reps in.
Yeah.
You can just keep going. Someone's running the Sinistra with Ogerpon. I saw that deck in action a couple nights ago. I was in a stream with Lady Dunsparce, and she was running that deck. That deck can be very nasty.
Which one was that?
If you're the Sinistra with the Ogerpon. If you're not ready for that, that can be a problem. That spill the tea can be a big problem if you're not prepared for it.
Fair.
Same with the curse drop, where it's just dropping damage counters on things.
I'm going to announce, hey, what's up, Phantom Omaha? In the tournament, real quick, that there is a 12-minute extension on one game.
Okay.
Which sucks. I mean, a 12-minute extension sucks, but it's trying to work through and making sure people understand and make sure the things are going.
Yeah.
And the timing was just so bad. Like they hit right they reported it and started talking to me right when what we call the time where we would reset the game, but I needed to confirm what happened because it's
Right.
a bug that's not standard. It's a bug that happens, but it's not a standard bug. It's not like, oh, my game completely froze up. It's like, okay, yeah, that happens. But it's like, oh, I tried to retreat and it didn't happen. I'm like, okay, I need to see what exactly happened because their opponent's playing Yveltal.
Yeah.
They could have not realized they got Yveltal. You know, I got to see what's going on first. So because they recorded it early, and then it happens, and then I got to talk to their opponent. That's where like the fair play comes in and everything else.
Yes.
It is what it is. How's my Mariners doing? My Mariners are doing all right, but they're playing against the Blue Jays tonight, and they're losing 2-0, 2-0, and they look like they're lost at the plate again, which is just what the Mariners do. Baseball.
Okay.
Let's see, what else do we have?
There's a really interesting. I'm trying to figure out what this deck is. It's 3-0 right now. It's one of the other decks, and it's Justin Juice Man. I'm trying to figure out what in the world this is. It's number.
Number
I'm trying to figure out what this is.
Oh, it's control.
I don't have the foggiest idea. I knew it was some sort of control, but I was like, you've got the Ogre Pawn.
They have the Cubchoo.
The Cubchoo, yeah. There's just like so much. There's
cool.
even Sudowoodo. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't use attacks. Oh
yeah, that's why the Cubchoo is funny.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't even know that was a card until now.
No, and then read the Licky Licky or Licky Tongue.
I didn't know. Well, I saw this and I'm like, what am I looking at? It's like a little bit of everything all the time. Your opponent reveals their hand, put 2 basic Pokemon onto the bench.
Yeah. And then you have the Follow Me Clefairy, which is...
It's 3-0 right now. Oh my god.
They're probably running into it and not knowing what to do.
What does the Larvitar do again? Was that a stall? Oh, it was Mill. Okay.
It mills.
I couldn't remember what the Larvitar did.
And the Sudowoodo, does it have like a safeguard attack? What does it do? Impound.
No, it's the Retreat Lock.
Retreat Lock. Okay.
I mean, if you want to flip a coin and copy, you can. Yeah.
And it's just got all kinds of disruptions. 0-6, Airy, Ruffian.
Thing. And then you have the Legacy as the ace spec. Like this is cool.
Well,
I think I mean they're 3-0 right now. I wouldn't have the foggiest idea what to do if I ran into this. I'll keep it a buck with y'all. I would look at this and I'd be like, what am I playing again?
Fair. No, it is fun where you just get to be like, oh yeah, what am I doing?
Well, looking at it, like
all mainly 1 prizes, especially because the 2 prizers can become 1 legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Like your best bet, let's say you're playing Dragapult. Your best bet is to hope you start a single Dragapult out there, and then start discarding all your basic Pokemon, knowing like the Lickitun's a possibility.
Yeah.
Like that's, and even then they can still technically attack with the Cornerstone. So like you got to be ready. It's difficult.
I think this deck really, it plays into the element of surprise because if you're just in a tournament and you're looking very briefly at your opponent's deck list to see what your outs need to be, you're going to have to look up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these cards to figure out what they do. This is a case of what does that card do again? Times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very interesting.
No, it is good. I do like it.
I love the handheld fan. I'm a big fan of the handheld fan, no pun intended.
It's a good card.
Well, I like it better than hammers. And hear me out, because a lot of people are like, well, hammers discards the energy, but handheld fan, if you discard it, they can just stretcher it back 9 times out of 10. Most decks run stretcher. They run some sort of energy retrieval. Putting it onto something that they can't use and then them having to navigate around that, to me, is a little bit craftier.
Yeah, it is. I do like it. Like just like what in Indianapolis when we saw Karis win, That yeah, you have the handheld fan in combination with the nighttime mine versus Dragapult as Alakazam, where you can just be like, oh yeah, cool. I can just move stuff around, and then I'll see the LGM on top of that, just to like kind of benefit from it also.
I run it in my Starmie deck. It has bought me turns.
Ooh.
Especially those one energy attackers where they need the one energy to attack, and you can move it to something on their bench that you're then going to knock out with the Starmie's attack. That sets people back, and it really puts them on the back foot sometimes.
Fair.
Big fan of the fan.
Good.
Ethan Cyphlosion, 3-0.
Oh goodness.
We get one
I
like
played that earlier this season. That deck can be mean.
This is fun.
we get one like every week that does about 3-0 and then goes from there.
Okay. Well, hopefully they don't fizzle out, you know?
I really like it as a deck. It's really good into the prize trade. It hits hard. It hits fast. Really fun to play. Really beginner friendly too.
Yes.
We recently had at my locals, we had like a learning day, and I attended and helped some of the newer players play. And Ethan's Typhlosion was one of the decks made available because it's very simple to learn, just the mechanics of the game, and you can actually win with it. So it's a good combination of both elements.
Yeah, because especially when teaching, it's kind of like, well, oh yeah, if the person you're trying to teach, like, if they can actually pick it up and then like start winning with it, it incentivizes the thing of like, well, oh yeah, I actually want to keep going.
It's got a little bit of everything. You learn the different elements, things like evolution, items, trainers, supporters, all that good stuff. But it actually is able to perform well against meta decks, so they don't just feel like not only are they learning, but they get that little confidence booster too.
All right, round 4 is up.
No, it is good.
So we need to find a game. I'm looking at alpacas again because there's always something. Raging Bolt, not so much. We could see Lucario. So they got the Dragapult Dusknoir versus Greninja. I actually wouldn't mind that. We have had Greninja's usually a pretty good game to watch. So let's go ahead and go to table 4.
All right.
All right, let's get this popped up. You pair 2 1s.
Okay.
It looks like they are setting up quite quickly, so I'll have that up in just a moment.
I feel like Greninja, once set up, can really hold its own against Dragapult.
Yeah, because you have the combination of the Dusknoirs and you have the Mirage Barrage with the Ignition. Now, it's not the Mega build, it's the Terra version.
Okay.
But it's still cool. This is cool.
I wanted to kind of see, once we're out of such a Dragapult heavy meta, if just frogs and frogs could be a thing. So not only the Terra, but also the Mega.
Yeah, because it's a good ability. Like, it can do things. But yeah, but the Poltmore list is cool, where you have like the 4 Psychic, 4 Fire, just like no monkey shenanigans.
Mm-mm.
And then you have the Ruffian too, which is cool.
Oh, they don't run any monkey. Okay.
No. There's no monkey in this. I have seen lists where you can like technically play like a 1 of monkey, which is interesting. But again, like this is like the rare candy stuff, so you can just also just pop off and do things, which I do also like. But the ruffian is interesting.
Rose's encouragement as well.
Rose is,
I haven't
in my
seen that
opinion,
combo.
Polt should play Rosa at the moment, especially any Dustnor builds, because you can just like pop and then you're like, oh, okay, cool, I'm behind. I can't Crispin because like mid to late game, your energies are either in the discard or in hand. So you're just like, cool, I'll just Rosa. And then you can go swinging. But I do like this. This is cool.
I do like the one of Moltres in this Polt list. I think that's very interesting.
Yeah, the Moltres is nice. Especially with the 4 fire, like just going hand in hand with one another. That's very nice. But yeah, we do see the usual thing of like, okay, well now you get to Itchy Pollen and do things.
Here comes
So
Grand
we get to
Tree.
the good old Grand
I was
Tree.
curious if that was going to be their ace spec of choice. Grand Tree is usually the
It
one they
normally
pick
is,
for
yeah.
Greninja.
No, it's too good not to, because then you can just immediately go from like basic to stage 1 to stage 2 if they're in the deck.
It allows you to
Like-
get that second turn Greninja without having to deal with Badoo
Yeah.
shenanigans and relying on rare candy.
Yeah. Plus you have Coerce Tenacity just to go grab it, which is really funny. But then we see the Hilda here also. They're going active, which makes sense, I guess, if they have to pop anyways. You can have a card, I'll have a card at the same time.
One for you, one for me. Now the question is, what is this Dragapult player going to promote? One of their Dreepies or one of
I
their
hope
Slugs?
they're going to let a Dreepy die. Okay. I thought they were going to bring up the Duskull, but I guess it makes sense then if they have a Dreepy here in hand. Because I would assume that they're going to get an out now to where they can just do Mirage Barrage either through like just straight up Ignition Energy, or if they have it in hand, just doing other things. So it'll be interesting to see now to find out what they grabbed.
This Dragapult player is going to be in a really tough spot if they are able to Mirage Barrage.
Yeah.
But they also get to take advantage of Grand Tree. So they can go ahead and get their Dracloak and start doing some stuff.
Yeah, like especially because they have a Dragapult in hand, they can just go like, oh yeah, here, I'll just get out a Dracloak. Which is pretty funny. Okay, we don't see much then off the Dracloak. That's unfortunate. There, so it will just be Badoo.
It's like they're going to try to stall with the Badoo.
Yeah, they kind of have to here. Because you would just assume that it's like, oh, yeah, you're going to do the Mirage Barrage. So I guess they kind of get to do something here. Like, technically the numbers still help.
Oh, the balloon.
Yeah.
And here goes Grand Tree.
Now this is basically just writing on the wall here. Because we're going to see a wipe.
The Grand Tree in this Greninja deck, being able to have synergy with both their Greninja itself and with the Dusknoir is really, really good.
Yeah. No, it's just insane.
How many options and outs it gives them each turn.
But yeah, no shocker here. We see the Dusknoir knocking out the Dracloak, and then we see the Mirage Barrage here just wiping out the 2 Dreepies. But yeah, that's unfortunate.
This is a very rough start for this Dragapult player.
Yeah. And it is unfortunate because the list is very cool. I like the list. Where you just have outs and you can kind of just do things. They just unfortunately got paired into the wrong thing. It does sting. Because like we know here from just even looking at the board that it's like, oh yeah, well sure they're going to have game in hand regardless of what you do. Because you can't even stop. You can't even like stall with like Pheasantipity or Meowth because they're weak to fighting.
Yeah, that turned out.
There's the concession.
Let's go ahead and go to table 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a little more proactive next round and find people I know who can stream. I just like.
Ooh.
Ooh. This is Zoroark versus Raging Bolt Ogerpon.
Ogerpon can
Bolts.
Oko Zoroark. That can be difficult.
Yeah. Those are the good old
I
grass.
feel like this is gonna be an uphill battle for the Zoroark player.
Yo, the Bolt has the Coco. That's funny. Let's go.
Wow. It's like you
That's
were saying
funny.
earlier, Michael, with that transformation tome. It plays so well into Zoroark. It really does.
It's so nice.
The
Just getting
synergy
to
is
allow
right
extra
there.
plays, yeah. And like, and for something being so powerful, like it makes sense that you have to play the 2 of them. Like,
Well, I mean, the last time we saw something that allowed you to take, a Pokemon and swap it 1 for 1, I think was Thornton, and that was a supporter.
yes.
You had to use your supporter
Yeah,
for
so
turn,
again,
and it had to be colorless.
Yeah.
So
No.
there were a lot of restrictions.
Thornton, I thought, was any basic.
I thought it
was
had to
just
be
a support.
colorless. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong.
No.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Let me double check. I'm pretty sure it was any basic.
Was it any?
Come on, go to Limitless.
My old lady brain forgets things sometimes.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it was any basic.
There it is. So yeah, no, having to have 2 of the tome is understandable because that used to be something that a supporter could do. I mean, for it to be an item that's searchable.
Yeah, like
when
if
you
it was
can
a
petrol
one-off,
it out,
not
yeah.
But yeah, like the Zoroark player here, they just get to do what they want because from the looks of it, and I'll just double check, I don't believe there was a Briar. Yeah, there's no Briar because Bolt hasn't been playing Briar in a while. Like the Zoroark player here is in a fine position.
The amount of games I have lost to Briar plays is too darn many. I'm actually okay with that card falling off in popularity a little bit because there was a time you would think you were doing all right, and then they would come out swinging with the Briar, and it's like, ooh.
Yeah. Because like if they played Briar, then there's just a world where they can just pop off and do it. Because they play the 4 energy switch anyways. They play 8 grass. Like they could just pop off and do whatever they wanted. But yeah. But yeah, we see here where I assume they just attach and then it's like, okay, I win. Yeah.
Yep. There it is. That's all she wrote.
Yeah. If only they play Briar, It'd be very funny.
Yeah, Briar is a very, very interesting card. Let's see who we have. Let's check out TCG Demons table real quick. Table 1.
Bees.
Oh, and they have the Dragon Elixir. Let's go.
You don't see that card very often.
No, but it's so funny. I love it. It was what, heal 60 or heal 80 from dragons?
They've got 3 bees on the field. That's going to be, and a Force of Vitality in case they
It
need
was
to get
heal
another
60,
one.
okay. Oh, and they had to be active. Okay, that would just heal even from bench or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, or
I've been playing against a lot of Dragonites on the ladder lately, and the Dragonaire's ability really is just so good. Being able to just search out those evolutions
it is. It's nice.
every turn.
It is nice.
This Beedrill list, though, seems to be doing very well. They've definitely got the upper hand on this Dragapult match.
Yeah, like even just looking at the board there, it's like, oh yeah, they get to pop off and do what they want.
The Force of Vitality is so good. It's like I was saying earlier, grass really, it is at this point their meta to lose, because being able to get your big Pokemon out that quickly with very little drawback, it's so good. And they have so much support. They have Ogerpon, they have Force of Vitality. Phantom Dive here. I'm going to put it all on the other Beedrill. But unfortunately, the Beedrill can knock them out this turn, this Dragapult, and I think take their last 2 prizes.
Yeah.
They have 3 Bs, and it does 110 per B.
It is unfortunate that there's not much that they can do, and they'll just be like, they're just sitting there and waiting, accepting their fate.
Not the Bs.
Look, they gotta take someone down.
I'm actually kind of excited to see Beedrill doing well. Beedrill was my first fully evolved Pokemon in a Pokemon video game that I ever played with.
Oh, nice.
I had my little old Weedle, and he evolved, and then he was a Kakuna, and I didn't understand as a little girl. I was like, why didn't it do anything?
Fair.
And then he evolved again. I was like, oh, he's a Yellow Jacket. Okay. Because he's like a bigger bee.
Yeah.
I recently had a Beedrill extermination at my house. We have hornets that live outside my door.
Oh.
And they like to build nests. And they are very, very aggressive. So I was like, yeah, y'all gotta go.
Let's go ahead and go back to the casting desk here in Seattle, and we'll get caught up with everything going on. All right, let's update standings one more time because I haven't done it in a while. We are still waiting on about 36 games.
Okay.
Alejandro _S has them and our Honchkrow player, who is doing really well, have been on top of these tournaments for a while now. They keep just running, and they've just been good with it. Like Z Baltharak, that's it. They both play in the same decks they play, and they've been winning like every week. They haven't not winning the whole thing, but they're in cut most of the time. So
I never underestimate Rocket's Honchkrow. The synergy of Rocket's decks is just too good.
The supporter lines are just insane.
If there was more hand disruption, I think Honchkrow wouldn't be as doing as well as it has in some places.
Yeah. No, the hand disruption is what kills it at times.
Let's see, what else do we got going? Do have a Garchomp at 3-1. Our Grimmsnarl here is still playing out. They are currently against Metagross.
Ooh.
I kind of wouldn't mind seeing that one now that I've seen it.
To see that. I wonder if they're streaming.
I can ask them because the funny thing talking about judge calls, Captain Bug has had the same thing all night where they cannot check in. They keep trying and trying, and they're just not able to check in.
How unfortunate.
Weird, but yeah.
Let's see who else. I know iCry plays a lot here. Currently 3-1 with the Dragapult Blaziken. We have Anonymous who did well a couple weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago with the Crustle. They seem to be the only Crustle doing well right now. See who else we got that I see and that we continue to see every week. Rider Dog 2 Nasty is actually a new-ish kind of player. They're currently playing the Slowking. They might be able to stream. I might actually reach out to them and get a Slowking on because you never know. You never know, right? We're gonna get that turn 1. We do have a 2-0 festival lead.
Ooh.
Does not look like there's anything too much with it. It is playing the special red card, which we had a festival lead get and have an issue earlier in the tournament playing that card and not having it in the list. But
one of the growing energy, you don't see that every day.
I mean, if it helps just a little bit, like
yeah, just that little bit.
See who else do we have going. We do have the Alpacas who we just saw go 4-0. Josh Franks 4-0 with the Mega Venusaur. We got 4-0 Mega Greninja. We got the 4-0 Ethan's Typhlosion.
Typhlosion.
Let's see what their opponent had. Okay.
Hold the Dunsparce.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they missed their Crushing Hammer flips and couldn't find Risky Ruins at the right time. Maybe. Because
unfortunate.
Like Dragapult Dusknoir is just, I mean, how much draw power do you need? You've got Dracloak and the Dunsparce. Like,
I mean, it's good.
Good, yeah, but I feel like it's almost overkill. How much do you need to draw?
all of it. I actually beat an Alakazam recently who had all I did is I kept Itchy Pollen. They weren't attacking. I had energy like on every single Dracloak on the bench as it was. And they put Lucky Helmet out there and I just kept hitting them until they realized too late the Lucky Helmet was decking them out. So I slowly decked them out with, I'm like, go ahead, yeah. I was bringing something up and they're like, they were trying to set up or something. I don't know exactly what they were looking for or what, but it's set up to the point where I decked them out because they would not. And it wasn't like they disconnected. They were there. They were just 100% there. It's just.
I think that's why the Dunsparce is so good. Because you don't deck yourself out with it, it puts itself back in the deck.
But if you're wearing Lucky Helmet and I hit into you, you draw 2 cards, it's gone.
Oh, true.
We got the Garchomp. All right, just went over that. Looking. Let's see, Gabe Smart still playing. They're currently playing against the Bees.
The D-Blade is 3-1. That is crazy.
Heracross, who won recently, currently 3-1. MDG 459, one players we've had before. 4-1 with the Alakazam. So they played the Archaludon Zoroark, which is a real deck. It's out there. It's a thing.
Huh.
The Zoro build is good. I've seen some lists play, but I do think Archaludon will. Like, it's interesting now that they're not playing the Prison Stadium, the Prison Tower, because I did think that initially had good synergy with it.
Well, you're able to discard a couple of energies there and get it going.
Yeah.
Goop Up Cyclone is the ace spec, not bad.
We're currently waiting on 8 matches, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Yeah, not seeing anything too much other exciting, which is sad. It's sad. Let's just check this. Oh, wait. I did see. How is that Sinatra doing? Oh, currently 3-1.
Their only loss was to Gabe Smart, though, so that's not bad.
Not bad at all.
No. How's the Arboliva doing? The Arboliva is 4-0.
beat the slow. Okay, you know what? They can
The
beat
Slow
Slowking because you get the turn 2 Arboliva.
The oil salvo.
Oil salvo goes through them. Done. Yeah, like we're at this point with the meta where we're waiting for the pitch black, the stuff. Like I am going to look up the whole thing. Like next week's, like I thought this week was the last week. I'm like, oh wait, no, we have a little bit more.
Oh,
We have one more week because it doesn't go live and it doesn't go live and live for another 2 weeks. So we have another week.
okay.
I'm trying to remember because Pokebeach is where I grab most of the stuff now. Don't remember if they have the full list.
Well, yeah, the set comes out. It's like the 17th or 18th, whatever that Friday. Yeah, 18th or 17th. Sorry. So live is like what, the 9th, I assume.
I think it's
No.
the 9th.
No, live. It goes live on the 17th.
Ah.
Oh,
no.
Oh, did they not do the Thursday? I thought so. That
No, wait.
16th.
It's the 16th. Yeah, it's the 16th.
Yeah,
we
I
will-
thought normally.
We will have the 17th as pitch black.
Okay.
Which, yeah, I'm not seeing a full pitch black set list. Like they
It
say.
could have been on like a previous page or something.
Well,
Because I know recently they've been talking about all the 30th anniversary product stuff. So it could be like on another 1 or 2 pages if you keep scrolling.
I think there's some of the decks that are going to be.
you know what? I can look it up somewhere. Pitch black.
I think some of the deck lists that are going to be coming out of pitch black are really going to upset things a little bit. I think that the hide and sneak and especially that Excadrill are really going to show themselves.
They're the 2 big ones that I've been looking at. Besides Festival League getting Gladion.
Festival League getting Gladion is going to be something to contend with. I'm excited for that Waylord.
I know
Really?
Mega Manectric, that gets that new special lightning energy, and then also the baby Manectric. So that's also something interesting. The Chandelure thing seems cool.
The Chandelure does seem cool, and the Darkrai too.
Yeah.
I
And
will
then the
say I miss
Bastion.
Justin Basil.
Fair. No, the resource that he did was brilliant for the community.
It's like this is a buyer's guide thing. I'm like, that can't be right. All right, supposedly this one has the translations. Because our whole hobby now is investment.
Yeah.
That Lurantis seems interesting. If it heals, it does 260 damage.
Ooh.
It was incredibly good.
All right, let's see. Sizzle P, Center Score. Center Score's my boy. Look what they've done to my boy. Bring him back.
Hmm.
Well, we need something like Welder back. Welder is on those cards. I think they will never reprint.
No, they learned their lesson.
That was the Sun and Moon. How much power creep can we add to a game as quickly as we can?
Like even what was it? They redid the Gardenia card.
Mhm.
Even still, they made it a worse version.
Welder was simply too good. I remember playing against decks that heavily ran Welder, and no. Oh,
But
Primarina.
also the fact that back then we could do supporters turn 1 going first, like that.
Oh,
that
my-
also didn't help.
Remember when you couldn't bench a second Pokemon because the turn 1 Guzma could possibly screw you up?
Yes.
Yep.
But there
That was
wasn't as much donk decks or even donk decks really out there. So you were a little bit.
no. So you were fine. It was balanced in a way.
Mega Zeraora. Let's see.
I remember the turn 1 Guzma and how that was, you had to think about it. You had to think long and hard. Some people say that they would like a format where there's no boss's orders, like the limiting of the gust, and I don't know how I feel about it.
I liked it, but the eliminating of the Gauss was more with like custom
Minded it.
catcher.
Back then we had like, what was it, custom catcher, where you had to play 2 of them. You had to play, what was it, Pokemon catcher, all that kind of stuff. Like it was fine. You could kind of like just set up more, and you were just kind of like, oh yeah, my stuff's safe most of the time.
Anything else interesting we got coming through? You see the new Mega Malamar, right?
I did see that today.
It seems like it could have something, but I feel like they haven't really given us that mega that really, you know, alters everything. Or
Okay.
like, what is it? We're getting the Excadrill. Okay, we talked about this. Yeah, I get 3 on it, 200 plus damage. This Pokemon has 5 energy, essentially. It does 330, which I mean is great. It's exactly what you want to be hitting. That at least
Yeah.
brings out a new deck. I don't think it's going to disrupt enough to be that kind of deck where we're like, yeah. But
I think it's going to be strong because there's not a lot of fire in the meta right now. Its only weakness is fire.
Yeah.
And it's beefy. And there's just not a lot of fire in the meta right now.
it still
That
needs
Wailord with the
to.
Misty's energy.
It still needs to find a way to set up.
True.
And the biggest thing going for Dragapult still is the consistency of the draw engine. It just keeps going and going and
Yeah.
going. And then
I feel like the Misty's energy with that Wailord is going to be way good.
we got the
I mean, you
is.
do end your turn, but
It's Guardian.
yeah, which
Gladiator.
does make the math on festival lead so much better.
Yeah. Like you can do 180 automatically then, and then just double it.
See, this is like almost a I don't like that you can only play this one after your opponent is knocked out. I'd rather just have a straight reprint of Team Flare Grunt. Put it back in their hand.
Agreed.
Fair.
Like I get why you can only do it after knockout because this is pretty OP, discard straight and regular energy. But I prefer the flare. Use it whenever. Better card. This is just not that good.
Did Team Flare specify special or just basic? Because that one can get any energy you
Any
want.
energy. I think it was just energy.
What? Oh, wow.
Team.
Team Flare Grunt. Discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay, it's discard. I thought it was went to your hand. I don't know. I'm trying to.
No, I think you're thinking of Team Star. The Star one, I think, was to
Star,
hand.
yeah.
All right, so I think Star was the balanced one. Team Flare Grunt was the broken one.
Yeah, Star was the hand.
Star put it back in their hand. Flare Grunt discards it.
Okay, so Team Star Grunt is the
Oh, on
fair
top of their
one.
deck.
I would still say Team Star Grunt's more fair than Flare, but better than Rust Syndicate.
I am happy to see Fossil Excavation side again because that will get around. Because when they said they were bringing back fossils, I was like, Badoo says hi, but this kind of gets around the Badoo problem. You can just put them on the bench.
So we are just waiting on one matchup here, and that currently is Metagross versus Mega Venusaur. So a couple of the secret rares coming through.
Ooh,
Anything I'm
that
looking to pull? Probably the Crushing Hammer. Yeah, I'd like me some Crushing Hammer.
I want the Misty's energy. I want the Primarina. I want the Wailord. That's pretty.
All right, I had an idea of doing Mega Darkrai like this when I saw it for a playmat, and then I saw this card and I threw that sketch out. I was like, well, yeah, it's kind of similar. I'm like,
That's unfortunate.
it happens. Ideas happen like that. I mean, it sets itself up really well because it's supposed to be like a giant black hole. It sets itself up well for that. What I am working on now is like a Dun Sparse that's like mountain sized, like really leaning into like the darkness gods kind of thing, and going with that.
I like that.
So like it would be like size of mountains. I would probably have like a Pikachu looking up at it, to really show the scale. Maybe even have it like kind of staring down at the Pikachu, because and then it just really hits. Like I've done the Bidoof with sitting on a throne in hell. I've done Bidoof sitting on all this other stuff or other things similar. Round is done, so we will actually get going here. Schmitty111, thank you for the follow. We will find ourselves a game that is not, this one has not been streaming, which looks like we actually have Chudjack Gaming as a new person.
Okay.
So we'll give I've not had them on before, so I will have them on. We will always put on. I believe they're playing Dragon Ball Dusknoir. Yay. But
that's
we'll see what they're playing against. I think there were 4-0 though for sure.
nice.
Yes, 4-0, and they're against Alejandro, which actually this is a matchup of like two really good players.
Oh, they beat the little bit of everything all of the time deck. Interesting.
So like this is a Dragapult mirror, yes, but it's two players I know who've been playing Dragapult who will actually give you a good game of Dragapult.
Sounds good.
I gotta sing the doom song now. Doom, 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 doom.
What's up,
doom,
P-Miser?
doom,
Thank you for the tier 1
40
sub.
months. That is almost a year.
40 months, that's almost a year. That joke will never die. But let's go ahead and join them at table 4. Or table 2, I mean.
Yo, they got the Clefairy and the Pultnor. Let's go. It's been a while since I've seen that. I didn't see a Shaman in the other one, in the other list. This is cool. This will be interesting. Okay, they got a Dreepy at least. That's good. They did start off with the Dawn also, which is good.
Starting Dawn is great.
Like being guaranteed turn 2. Now they have Lily anyway, so it's fine. But like having turn 2 Dracloak sounds nice.
Guaranteeing your draw engine that early is super helpful. I guess I kind of ticked off some people on TikTok. I made a video about specifically Dragapult and how Dragapult really is only as good as its support system, because to me, what makes Dragapult so good is the Dracloak, the monkeys, the stalling with the Bidoof. Like, Dragapult itself is a good card, but it wouldn't be half as good without the Dracloaks. And apparently that was an opinion that was worth arguing about.
No, it is. I get you. Not attaching here to the active is interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Especially since they got the Bidoof.
I took them to attach retreat into the Bidoof.
Like, technically, what they could then just boss up something if they, like, say, for example, if the opponent just has nothing.
And
then they're kind of just stuck there. So I can see that argument. But yeah, here's the Ultra Ball. Getting rid of a Hammer and a Lily, alright. So I know they at least have, another supporter in hand. So
interesting to see if the deck with the Lily's Clefairy is going to make use of that. Because that could definitely be what wins them this match if they're able to pull it off.
With the
in this
Clefairy play, yeah.
Yes.
So I see the Ultra Ball here grabbing off the monkey, and then because of ruins, they get to get the 20, which is nice. And then good old Itchy Pollen, nothing new here.
Angry Brussels sprout. Comes the Dracloak.
See Fez there, alright. Getting the energy though is nice. Now they don't have to lose the Psychic. And then Dawn. I assume grabbing Dusclops? Yeah.
Dusclops, yep. And the Dragapult.
Fair.
They'll likely pop that Clops to take out the Badoo.
I have a feeling they will, especially the fact that they know there's damage on the monkey.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Does it just make
there it is.
sense? Because especially like if they just do the whole Badoo item lock war, well then they're going to lose most likely since they already have monkey with damage.
There's the Clefairy.
Mm.
Hold
The
out of the
beautiful-
prizes. And then they'll retreat that Dracloak and probably go for a Badoo play here.
Yeah.
Yep, there she goes.
Well, making sure what to put down the Dreepy first, I assume. But yeah, then just manually evolving here now into the Dracloak. Fair.
Got the two Dracloaks.
And then Crispin just setting up early on, that's fair.
I feel like without Crispin, Dragapult would have a much harder time setting up with that different energy requirement. Crispin just makes it so... The synergy of that is just so good. Forcing them to promote something, they'll probably sacrifice the Dreepy.
Yeah, it's too.
Oh no, they're going with the Dracloak. Okay.
Well, actually, no, it makes sense.
No, that
'cause-
makes sense. They don't really have a way of attacking this turn, so that makes sense.
Just not realizing it initially. It's funny.
Neither of these decks run rare candy, so that makes sense.
Yeah. And then just setting up on the bench, which is fair.
So here they're probably going to Pokepad for another Dracloak, try and draw into maybe a Crispin.
Yeah.
Because they only have the one energy in the hand, and
Yeah, they need to do things. Now they could also, while they're at it, since they have two Pokepad, they could also grab the monkey.
they could.
But no, we see instead a Dreepy and a Dracloak, which is fair. Do you see a stretcher pick up? That's nice. Especially since the Duskull is basically not needed anymore. Since it'll be knocked out if they
Got a
it
hammer.
down.
That could be very useful.
go on, get heads there. Ah,
Darn. Flipping tails on a crushing hammer just always hits hard.
yeah.
It hits you right in the feels.
Now we do see here that we see the nice stretcher for the Meowth.
Meow. So they will last ditch catch. I'm guessing for Crispin. Yep.
Yeah. I wouldn't see the play happening otherwise. And I assume no, they're not going to grab the dark. Okay, interesting. Since we knew that they had a psychic already in hand.
They don't have the monkey out. I would have expected the dark if they had.
Oh no, just to take it out so that they don't, because then you put the fire
Yeah, so they
on.
don't get it again. Nope, you're right.
They're not playing down the Dreepy. Okay, interesting then. Yeah, and then just splitting it, saying 3 and 3 each, which is understandable. So that at least that it's like, oh, okay, well, if you don't Monkey Dory the damage off, you can just be like, oh, okay, cool, 200 to the active, knock out that other Dracloak.
It makes them have to fish for those Dragapults
Yeah.
to keep them safe.
They have to double evolve now, or they have to do Monkey Dark.
They have to find a monkey and an energy, or they have to find 2 Dragapults to keep both of those Dracloaks safe next turn.
Mm. Now, it is a little bit unfortunate here that the Dracloak will most likely be taking the first hit, which I know you never really want that to happen. But if they're removing the draw power, then it's kind of like, oh. Now, I do see a Monkey Dory being grabbed here, so I would then assume that they're going to try and go for the Monkey Dory Dark play over the double evolve.
They're going to go for a hammer.
Oh, it's the hammer, so they might not have it then.
Hits. There we go.
Hmm.
Question is, are they going to get rid of the fire? Oh, they got rid of the fire.
Yeah. Oh, well, they're going to dark
hammer.
here.
A second hammer has hit the field. Ooh,
Oh, they didn't double dip. That's unfortunate. Would have been funny if they did. Hmm. Yeah, now we finally see the monkey now coming down because of risky runes. Once again, they get take 20.
Going for another Dreepy.
Will they have something in hand though? Okay, so we do see the Crispin, so they will be able to get off the play, hopefully, which is good. Now, the only unfortunate thing is here, though, that they would then be knocking out the only Dracloak on the bench. So it'll be tough then for Pult.
They'll be able to monkey.
Yeah, they take probably the monkey, the 30 off the Dracloak on the bench. Put it onto the Dracloak there on the bench with 20. Yeah. And then just play like, oh, okay, the ping pong game of, okay, I save myself, but I knock out your Dracloak. And since it's the only other Dracloak in play, they're going to lose their draw. Now, they have Lilies already in hand, so that's not too bad. But it's still just annoying.
That crushing hammer is going to be difficult. It made them have to search now for that fire energy.
Yeah. Because otherwise then you could have just played down the Keferi potentially and attach and just hope they don't boss.
They only run 3 fire, so that puts them in a really rough spot. Unless they find another Crispin, which they only run... They run 3, so they might.
Yeah, they have a higher count. 2 is the norm amount.
There's the fire.
Oh, see drawing. Okay.
Jamming tower to get rid of that.
That's fair. So they have to monkey and Crispin if they want to knock out the Dreepy.
And there's the Clefairy.
Not putting down the Dreepy, okay. Interesting. I wonder if that'll come back now to bite them. But I guess it makes sense that it's like, well, technically then they could just win on the spot and take 3. So I can see the logic behind it. And then just removing the Dracloak there. Or not Dracloak, the Dreepy.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, you have to ask if Alejandro has the streamer client between the two players, because what they've been drawing out of everything. If they had boss's orders here, could you just imagine that? Obviously, they didn't. They played the Lily, but the way they've set up with the hammerheads they've hit, they seem like it's such a good spot.
Hammers going into a Pult mirror seems very, very good because Dragapult has to have that specific energy combination to get its attack off. So it just seems so good for that. So if you're going to go against that in a mirror match, being able to deny them that or make them have to search it out with those recon directives, with those lilies, etc., seems very, very good.
Fair. Now we do get to see the special red card here, so it'll be interesting here now to see what happens. But yeah. And then basically just taking a knockout here on the Dragapult. Probably sprinkling some damage here now onto the Meowth there on the bench. Basically just saying that, oh, okay, well, next turn you're in a checkmate kind of position. Because, yeah, we see it on 60, so then it'll go to 120, I assume, with the Dragapult pings. Yeah, no shocker.
Yep, there it is.
Okay, so now basically what? We need to see a Crispin here.
I believe so.
And then
And I
even
don't think they
still,
have a way
it's
of-
like what they're doing
can flip the
120,
script
so
and
they're
maybe
doing
draw into it.
240. No, we
Unfortunately,
don't see
not
the
a
Crispin.
Crispin.
That's rough.
That is really rough.
Because I do think they needed Crispin and then they needed a way to disrupt the opponent. Was what it looks like.
They needed a lot, and they just did not get it.
Yeah. That happens.
One of those rare occasions where Dragapult just doesn't have the answer in session.
Sadly, the Dragapult Dusknoir did lose the mirror. Couple lucky coin flips. Okay, you can say lucky coin flips, but they excuse me. The coin flips are coin flips. So let's go ahead and go back to the casting desk here in Seattle, and we'll get an update on how everything else is doing. All right, let's go ahead and update here because it is not the latest standings we're looking at. It is currently the older standings. Obviously, Alejandro there. Miles Ass, I think that's how you say it. 5-0 with the Rockets Honchkrow. Josh Frink coming in 5-0 with the Mega Venusaur. Mulbert 5-0 with Mega Greninja. Chris Sizor 5-0 with the Festival lead.
Festival lead.
Vitor Schneider 5-0 with the Alakazam Dunsparce. Hey, look, it's our friend Z Baltharak, number 1. Number 7, the Rockets Honchkrow. Now, I did reach out to our Grimmsnarl player.
Okay.
They said they should be able to stream next round, so we will try to get them on. They were currently 4-0, if I remember correctly. They were playing Red Sama. Oh, wait, they did lose. But 4-1, 4-1 still 4-1.
Oh, that's still a very good result.
Right.
That's really, really good. And their only loss was to something that looks like that has their type disadvantage. So
Yes.
Yeah.
not bad at all.
But I mean, look at their opponents' records.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
No, they're doing quite well.
So, like I saw it, I reset the thing. I'm like, oh, wow, they're like number 8. 73% opponent win percentage. Z Baltharak, 71. Like, I wish I could line it up by opponent's win percentage just to see who has the highest. But there'll probably be a bunch of people hit down here on the bottom with like their opponent 100% because they owe 1 drop. Or something, you know, or they're possibly somewhere, but
Yeah.
regardless. Let's see. Hulk Tumor 420. There's our 3 Slow Kings right here.
They're still grouped up together.
Still all grouped up together. Yeah.
It's the 3 wise men.
They formed a pack.
It's the 3 wise men. They're following the North Star to crown Dragapults. It's the BDIF.
See no evil, speak no evil, do no evil.
Let's see.
And the one by itself.
Sadly,
Yeah.
our Typhlosion finally took an L. Losing the
Oh,
festival lead.
Festival lead.
That makes sense.
That would have been a fun match to watch though, because that's two single prize decks.
I think
I think those kind of matches are interesting.
I think Festival Lead has the advantage in it because they only need a stage one, whereas in
Yeah.
I keep wanting to say Archie's.
It forces turn 2 candy off the Typhlosion player, and that is tough to do at times.
If they even play the candy in their list, which they should.
Typhlosion takes longer to set up and has the
too,
requirement of
yeah.
getting things into the discard pile that Festival Lead just does not have. Having to get things into your discard pile, you have to play a little bit speedier when you're going against Festival Lead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See what else we got up here. We just saw Chud Jack. Smart TCG is currently 4-0 still. Zul's 4-1.
Yeah.
Smart TCG. What is their list looking like? I just want to see. They are playing the Hammers list. I tried playing the Hammers list. I just could not do it. And I like Hammer decks. Like it's my guilty pleasure. I'm like, here I come to take your energy away. I'm not a control deck. And then I go 0 for 4. And then my brother comes in. And then my brother messages me and he's like, you don't have the luck I do. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But then I go, I'm the better player. And he goes, not in Seattle. I'm like, oh God. Seattle Regionals. You know a lot of do-to-dos tonight. That was work all week. Well, the work was a lot of do-to-dos all week.
Okay.
It was like,
Fair.
we sat there going do-to-do, trying to work through everything. Anything else standing out really well? We do, Joyful Sandwich. That's someone we could always bring on who is playing the Alakazam. Let's see if they got any spice to it.
It's okay. 3 nighttime mine. Okay.
Okay.
For the Airy.
We'll watch. We'll keep an eye. Joyful's a great player. We'll let him.
I did see a Kangaskhan Bouffalont list.
Yo.
You don't see those every day anymore.
No.
I ran into one of those on ladder recently. I
How is
won.
the Doublade is still 4-1. That is impressive. I look. I was telling you before we started this, Michael. I was very curious to see how that Doublade was going to do. So
Yeah.
Maybe
I just like seeing uncanny things. I think that's so interesting. What did it lose to? Zoroark.
They lost to Azul.
it lost to Azul.
Yeah. So
Which Azul's playing the Blaziken in the list. 3 bosses orders.
So they should win.
Yeah, they go after the
Mhm.
Genesect because the Genesect engine is needed in Doublade. Like
Yeah.
like even more so than anything.
It's very important. Because then you just always get to be like, oh yeah, like it's what Doublade is 70 times for each one you reveal.
yes.
So it's like, it's 60. Okay, never mind. Even still, like, yeah, Genesect is always just like, oh, okay, here's plus 120.
And if there's no hand
Revealing a
disruption,
number of Hone Edge, Doublade, and Aegislash.
Yeah.
which Azul played 0. But again, if they're getting those so quickly,
Yeah, like you can just go turn 2 Candy Boss and you're like, hi.
also this Petrant.
The baby patch is fun. I'm glad to see that it's finally starting to shine since Cloth rotated.
Had the Cyclone. Yeah, I could see it definitely how they could have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Reshiram also finally getting to see some play is good.
We're waiting on 2 matches because thankfully, as these tournaments go on and when people start dropping out, the rounds go faster and faster.
Mm.
So, was Redguard in there? I didn't see it because I'm blind. I seriously am blind. I've lost my eyesight. I'm getting everything read to me by a chat bot. Chat GPT is reading to me. I go, thank you, AI bot. And it goes, you're welcome. And I go, why are you destroying the earth? And it's all because I hate it. I'm like, don't say that. Sorry. No, I can see. My hand.
Whenever someone
Yes, red card would be good.
Whenever someone tells me that they asked ChatGPT and that is their source, I'm like, I asked a magic 8-ball. That's about as effective.
Okay. I do have a workish kind of story. I design at Creative Direct and Art Direct, all this stuff you see, vinyls that go on the outside of the store.
Okay.
Mhm.
There's standards for doing that. How big everything needs to be. What's up, Pilson Chan? So we know that those fonts. We have a person who kept asking ChatGPT if they could be seen from a parking lot, and ChatGPT literally just told them what they wanted to hear.
Oh no.
So we get in fights with them. We're like, this is like standard. This is like road sign standard. Like this here is regulated to a person with like 20/20 vision at this much, 20/40 vision at this much, so forth, right? Like a person with horrible eyesight, it's not going to see like 10 feet in front of them anyway. So like,
Yeah.
you can't make it big enough. They're not going to see it. And they were using ChatGPT for it, and they called it their parking lot test. And we were like, finally, what are you using? And I was like, yeah. And I'm like, come on, real. And the big thing is like our legal came in talking about, oh man, he lost the second mirror Alpaca had. Sorry. Legals come in. We any generative AI, we have to put a disclaimer on for anything.
Okay.
So
Makes sense.
well, it depends on generative AI. It's something that could be if like you're extending a background like 2 inches, and all it essentially does is extend the counter and the cupboards. Don't have to.
Okay,
But-
that's
But if you're making like a whole background, or you're generating people, especially people is like a huge no. And then you have to start putting disclaimers in. And like I won't lie, like I use the background extender because I'll have stuff that needs like an extra inch just so I can move like a person's head away. It works.
yeah.
It works. It's fair. It's like a kind of thing like, okay, cool. Like they've kind of already had that in Photoshop for years. They just slapped an AI name on it.
Okay.
But because of all the other restrictions, I will not. And I personally, I hate the generators anyways. Will not use them.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, check this out with any AI thing image. They have what's called, and this is a little bit okay. It's not essentially swearing or anything. I don't. Well, I'm using this term because it's what we call it. Call it at work. It's called the piss filter.
Yo.
Oh my goodness.
They all have a yellow piss tint to it that you can see.
Okay.
Everything will have a slight yellow tint to it. And a big part of it was people found out, people who knew they were getting their art trained on it started doing very yellow heavy stuff. And it picked up on
so you
that.
can see the difference.
Yeah. So,
Oh wow. So it's noticeable.
yeah. So it's,
Cool.
so you see it and you look at it and you go, oh, yeah, I can see that. But also it's developed like, it has like generates everything like the same way anyways. That's my little rant about AI. There's it's coffee time. Yes. There's a couple, there's an organizer who does use it. I'm not going to name names or anything. That's up to them. But to me, that feels a bit lazy. But you can also look at that and you can compare it to like other stuff and you can see exactly the style. Actually, I'll find an image, not of them, but like the AI style stuff. Look on Facebook because that's where it's all at.
Yeah.
I want to be careful not to give away too much. Well, okay, people know I live in Seattle. Here you go. Okay. That's AI generated.
Oh my goodness.
It is really gotten into this whole like brushwork stuff and this extra. This, you look at this and it's 100% AI generated. It's so easy to see. And then on top of that, the next round is up. Let's get it going, and we'll see if we get the Marty's Grim snarl going. But yeah, that is AI generated.
Okay.
Start, reset. Round, there we go. And then 6 is up, and we'll see if we can get Captain Pug on.
Okay.
I'll be in their thing. Oh, the other thing is Alpacas is playing Azul, and that would be a good match though too. Hard call. Oh, we lost Natana.
Yeah, no, I went to click on table 1. I just wanted to see if they had started, and then Natalie followed me.
Sorry.
No, I just went to click on it to see.
All right, I want to see who Captain's up against first. They're up against the Bouffalants Mega Kangaskhan.
Oh, nice.
So
Hmm.
that's like 2 good matchups.
Mm-hmm.
I say we'll go Alpacas for now, and then if they show up,
do the Azul matchup.
I think people want to see that. So let's go to table 1.
To be here.
So this will be Zoroark versus
Zoroark versus Blaziken Box.
Which, funny enough, for Azul, I'm going to have to give him the good old substitute because I don't have a graphic for that deck, and I'm too lazy to make one because I don't want to turn on photos.
Just grab the Blaziken. Go on. Do you not have a Blaziken? Sorry.
I'm looking for a better way of setting up this deck thing. I'll have it set up,
Sure.
but I'm working on that for the Worlds event
Okay.
because I'm trying to redo. I'm not redo. I'm trying to make like the broadcast stuff like really up there, and like I did find out like Wolfie's event. Like, he had like a full production team behind it recently. I was like, oh my god.
Oh.
Wow.
But I will go to my watchtower while you watch. Oh, I'll be watching this game too. But as we watch this game,
Fair. Okay, so who wins the flip here? Because I do think this actually does matter. I think a little bit with the flip, since especially
I
Azul
think
could just
who can get
for
set up
2.
first is going to matter in this match.
That will also matter, but like winning the flip also, because that can also help determine. Now we get to see 2 Zorus here with the Buddy Puffin. That's good. And then what do we have on Azul's side? Okay, not that much on Azul's side, since I get to see both perspectives. Which is funny. But yeah, what good old Buddy Puffin just checking the deck. You're like, I may as well get out the other Zoruas. You're out the squad.
all right,
Also, this gives you a good opportunity to prize check.
exactly. I was gonna say, here's a question though, as they set up also. What deck outside of Marnie's Grimmsnarl do you think is missing TM Evo or TM Devo the most? Outside of Marnie's, because that's the obvious answer.
TM Evo.
Or Devo. Either or.
Oh, Devo?
Control would be missing Devo. If like there's any like control kind of decks. Evo, I think it's just Grimmsnarl off the top of my head.
Yeah, Grimmsnarl is the only
But
one I can think of.
Zoroark technically could benefit from Evo.
I feel like
But
they had to get rid of Evo before Starmie came onto the scene because Starmie with Evo would have just been horrible.
Oh, it would have been
And I
hilarious.
say that as someone that regularly plays Starmie.
I think it would have been funny.
I think it would have been a little too mean. I mean, it's bad enough already with Salvatore. And that takes up your supporter for turn.
But yeah. So what we see the Ultra Ball here for the Meowth from Azul. We do get to see the Buddy Poffin though. Grabbing out 2 of the Torchics, fair. Since what we do see a Pokepad in hand anyways, so then you can go grab. No, we just see the Combuskin. Okay. Oh, they have a Zorua as the starter anyway, so they don't have to grab a Zorua. That's my bad. And then what? Just treating into Monkey Dory. That's fair since they don't have much. And just passing.
What's up, Captain Pug?
So
Over.
Tower, which comes
Serrano.
back since they can do Serrano.
They're going to go for that Serrano to get the 3 Zoroarks to have 3 trades in a turn, which is going to give them amazing just draw ability.
All right, just thinking real quick. What's up, Captain Pug over on YouTube? Oh, hopefully we'll be able to stream a match later after this round. I was going to ask you this round, but then we had the chance to see an Azul match versus one of our players, so we said, yeah, we'll go. Back to you two.
Probably
Sorry.
what? Trade the Dark here, is it? No, they get rid of the Monkey. Instead, just deciding to manually attach. That's fair. Besides doing a cheap pollen. And then
Getting
what
that
Pokepad
Darmanitan
for
set up.
Darumaka, that's fair. I guess just deciding whether they actually want to play it down or not. Decide not to instead. Okay.
That's
Interesting.
surprising. An early Darmanitan could have really done
I guess
a lot
since
here.
they have, I guess the logic then of not putting it down is since they have one transformation tome in hand, they could just be deciding, oh, okay, I want to discard it, and then if they get a second transformation tome,
Wait on the second
swap
tome.
it with Meowth. Oh, now speaking of devil, we actually did see the Darmanitan, which is funny. Never see
So
the
much
trade of the
trading.
marker. No,
There goes
getting rid of. Okay, now this is weird.
Yeah, no,
Getting
getting
rid
rid of the Darmanitan was certainly a choice.
Yeah.
What are we looking for here, I wonder?
The other thing is they can attach here and then just retreat into
Bring
the
that PP up.
the Meowth, or retreat into the Zoroark and boss up the Meowth, and then taking the first 2. Which it does look like they're going to do. Then we get to see the copying here. What Night Joker?
Dr. Callahan, we'd probably show it. I wouldn't be like, wow, that's double lilies.
Taking the 2 lilies. Wow.
We will always show.
3 lilies in one hand.
We will always show games after whatever our featured game is, if it's still going, kind of thing. It's like you wouldn't. I hate to say it, we wouldn't be our first choice, but we definitely go watch it after, depending on what happens with the first game.
There goes the Blaziken.
So now we finally get to start using the ability. Getting to start swinging. Seething Spirit.
They're gonna boss up the Meowth. There it
Yeah, which makes sense. They don't want to put damage on. Like, it's open deckless anyway, so you'd know there is no Reshiram, but you still always would just be like, but you'd rather just take the 2. Like, so why not?
Created into our ace spec here on this side for that secret box.
Okay, now we could potentially see here the Binding Mochi play. But we would have to use Secret Box unless we see it. Oh, and unfortunately, no
not
Binding
off of
Mochi.
that. Off
So
of
they would
3
have to
trades.
if they
So
want
are
to
gonna
do
have
it.
a secret box if they're going to want to do the Mochi play.
Yeah, which I think
It
it's
looks like they're
like
going-
you're in such a good position that like you kind of could just go for it.
Getting rid of that ends castle so that the opponent can't use it. Not a bad move. They go, oh, the transformation tome.
They can grab that also and then just go boss. That's also a route that they could do.
Grabbing that ruffian.
Interesting. Interesting.
I'm curious to see what they're going to do with this hand.
Yeah.
We're going to boss the Zoroark. Okay.
Fair.
Binding Mochi, Petrant.
I guess then it means they don't have to then do black belt.
Mm-hmm. They can do the Mochi play instead.
Mm. Now what's it? Combusken has, what was it? Was it 90 or was it 100? It was
believe it was
100. So they can't, if they
Here goes
evolve.
Transformation Tome. They're going to get the monkey. The Bidoof for
Fair.
the monkey. Okay.
So when it gets hit next turn, they get the extra 30. Okay, so then they can still do 28 or 29. Okay,
29, yes.
because of buying Mochi. Yeah. Oh yeah, so 29 because of black belt. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what Azul's answer is.
Mm. Now there is the Reshiram, but the hand just isn't there.
Mm-mm.
Because I believe you need 3 energy in order to use Reshiram.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so then that's not a line. You could technically just try and confuse, especially after seeing them get rid of stuff. Like, you know that they have the stadium in hand anyways, but could just force them.
I've lost many a game to that mind bend, so that is an option.
Well, the only thing is, unfortunately, that it's versus Zoroark, so they can just subjugate and change, and that's what I was
Correct.
saying, where they have the off secret box. You know that they grab the End's castle.
Mm-hmm.
Fair, just deciding to pass here, and then just saying, "Oh, okay, show me." Which we do know that they have it. So we just see all the trades just going through the motions, which is very understandable. When I have all the information before locking it in.
There goes the other Binding Mochi, Black Belt's training. There it is. And I believe that might...
So subjugating chains, and then in combination with the black belt is 320 or 330. Sorry, because of that.
330. That will be game.
Very nice.
Wow.
Very well played. Very well played.
And I say, Alpacas, good player. I totally forgot to update the round too. So you look at it and be like, oh, round 5, really? All right, let's go ahead and go back to the casting desk. I'm going to see if there's anybody in chat who can stream, who's up to stream. Join a table and we will come join you. Otherwise, we're going to go to the casting desk until we find a game.
Well, that was quite the exciting match.
It was
very
quick.
good.
Very good.
Let's see, it was still Josh's maybe. See how his game's going. It's an ad. We'll wait for the ad. I'll let the ad play. Okay. This has been like a Twitch debate forever. Do you do ads when you have a person come in, or do you run them during the time? Like, I run ads during the stream, but I don't run them when you come in. I don't like doing that. But some people say it's better to run it beforehand. What is your thoughts? Nat being a would you if you were streaming, Nat being at least starting a Twitch stream and TikTok, would you rather have ads during the stream or have them when they come in and then later have the ads during the stream?
So the one good thing about being a streamer on TikTok is there are no ads. There is nothing to disrupt you and people will come in just scrolling through their FYP and find you, and they don't have to sit through the ad. I'll be honest with you. I think if I was scrolling through or just looking through trying to find something to watch, and the first thing I ran into was an ad before I even saw what the person was doing, I think that would be a little bit off-putting, but that's just me.
Yeah. No, I'd rather have it as soon as, or not as soon as, but like a little bit afterwards. So like, say for example, if a user comes in and then it's like, oh, maybe 10-15 minutes later, if they're still watching, then an ad plays.
I think that would be okay. At least then you get a little bit of flavor for what you're watching to see if
Yeah.
you're even going to stick around that long.
Exactly.
Because I run ads about every 30 minutes. What's up, Logan? Yeah, Logan, I'm getting ready for Pitch Black too. I thought it was next week, to be honest. But that's why I try. I try to do it so it's every 30. But the thing is, like, some people come in just at the wrong time. And I need it personally as a MC kind of thing. I need to be doing it more often. I need to be making sure that my ads are running.
You know, Michael, you were talking earlier about this Mega Meganium. We're about to see it really shine.
Yeah. It's going to be huge.
Look at this. There goes that solar transfer.
You get to blow up here now. Then we won on 3 because of the double. It's what, 140, 28? Yeah, they needed 3.
There goes that giant bouquet. Just
Yeah.
very powerful.
Do love to see it though.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what their
I
opponent
just don't
has.
have. Go on, just whiff. Whiff this turn and next turn, you know?
What? Boss's orders, GG. Nope.
Yeah.
It's the Fez. And Logan, also talking about ads can't be helped. Twitch is asking me to kick up the number of ads I show. I've gotten multiple emails about, like, you should kick it up. You'll get more money. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm hard enough. Like, I need to time it better. That's just personal thing.
Fair. They are down 2 boss though. Okay, so it's potentially unlikely that they get it. If they whiff this turn now and don't get much off the Fez and Draco's next turn, then we could see that the Mega Venusaur wins. Would be nice.
This Dragapult does have an out because, like, they get the Blaziken next turn. That's
yeah.
good. That's
yeah,
good.
the Blaziken could turn the tide of this quite quickly.
Well, especially because it's fun of weakness. And since they're attacking, you can't just go boss, knock out the Combusken. Which is unfortunate. So I wonder, is it just a world where you just swing and hope they miss because they're down 2 Ultra Balls
Mm-hmm.
in a stretcher?
Look like 2 in the discard.
Yeah.
This might be a situation of swing and pray.
Yeah. Which is very funny. But if it happens, it happens, and that's very funny.
It's using that bug catching set to thin a little bit. They only have 4 cards left in their deck.
Oh.
Yeah, this Venusaur only has 4 cards left in the deck. So they need to be very mindful. Very demure.
Well, look, they basically win or lose now this turn, so I don't think that'll matter as much.
Dragapult needs that Blaziken,
Yeah.
which they promoted the Combusken, so they may very well have it.
Oh, I'd be shocked then if they don't have it.
There it is.
Yeah.
They still need another energy though. Oh, they had it anyways.
But like again, like they wouldn't
They
promote
had it in
other.
hand. Yeah, the second I saw them promote the combustion, I was like, they have the energy.
Well, I think they have to promote. They probably have to promote it anyways. Is the thing.
There's no reason you don't promote there.
Yeah. Because even still, if you don't have it, well, you still bring up the combustion. Because bringing up the pulse then, or bringing up a Dracloak, then it doesn't matter as much. Because then you would
True,
have to
true.
probably get Blaziken anyways.
Very true. You're
Tell
very
me what,
you're right,
like,
Michael.
one
That's very true.
It's just from like thinking about it there. But yeah.
All right, let's go to update standings here. Make sure all of our dropped all people who've missed 2 rounds.
Mm.
So currently, Rockets Honchkrow 6-0. Austin Charles with the Zoroark at 6-0. Drooby is Groovy 6-0 with the Dragapult Dusknoir. And hey, I'm going to say 6-0 one more time. Astro Boy 91509 at 6-0 with the Dragapult. Z Boltherac takes their first loss of the night. What did they lose to? Ooh, the Zoroark. Well, they got down paired? Wait.
No, they lost to
Oh,
the
other one. Sorry, yeah.
Honchkrow, it looks like.
Yes, I'm looking at that wrong. I'm like, how is that person 4-2? No, they lost to the other Honchkrow, the one that is 6-0.
I get you.
2 Honchkrows in the top 10.
We just saw Venusaur take the L. Our 3 wise men have been separated as one
No.
as Morty's Grimmsnarl and
Wasn't meant to
Festival League.
be.
Man, I was hoping we would get like 1, 2, 3 Slowking, because I would have such a good joke for that week. Because like, if you don't know, I do a graphic every week, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And like, we come up with the dumb, bird and more bird. But this is true. Like Dragapult is almost always the bridesmaid lately. It has won 3 of the last 8. For being a BDIF, when like Gardevoir was at its height, it was like a streak of 6 weeks. Gardevoir won.
Yeah. Those were the days. Funny.
Lopunny. Judy Hopps, let's go.
It is fun.
Lopunny is a pet deck of mine. I won my first challenge of the season this season with it, and I love that deck to death. So much fun to play.
I pulled one of every art of it from a box I got from TPCI, #sponsored.
Note the 4 Wallies. If you're playing a Mega Evolution that only requires 1 energy cost in the attack and you are not playing Wallies, you are throwing. I won't even die on this hill. I will fight someone else to the death on this hill. Wallies is just too darn good when you have a Mega that only requires 1 energy.
I'm with you.
You're able to just heal, take the energy off, put the energy back on. That has won me so many games with Starmie. It's won me games with Frostlass. It's won me games with Lopunny. It's so good.
Let's see. What else is doing well? There's our alpaca. It's kind of low. It's 26. That's fine. Like we're at the point we're getting things. We're using Frostlass to, Wally's is really broken. Those. Let's see. Ride Dog 2 Nasty 4-2. Sadly, Joyful Sandwich 5-1. Keep an eye on them. You've seen who else I know that we could possibly also get on. There's Chudjak. Sadly, they did stop their stream. Otherwise, I would have been like, hey, let's go check them out. Jedi Theus, they've won quite a few Doom stuff. They are currently playing. It might be someone we could ask. Yeah, it seems like we kind of got like a decent mix. Oh, we still waiting on this Mega Greninja versus Alejandro. Yeah, that's how you say it, Alejandro.
Mega Greninja versus Dragapult.
Let's look at their
We saw a
Mega.
match like that earlier tonight. That is
Oh, they got a Dragapult in their list as well.
Yeah, I've seen a few of them.
yeah, I saw that. That's interesting. I am seeing more decks though lately, and I don't know if you've seen this as well, Michael, just kind of out and about. I am seeing more decks lately that are just using a Dracloak engine and then just kind of putting a little bit of everything in there because that engine is just so consistent, being able to put things you don't want at the bottom and grab what you need. Just
No,
very, very good in general.
It's a good engine.
Yo, what? This card's only 756. I might have to get that because I like Jerky. They're good artists. I'll probably never ever get Dragapult, but if I can get the baby in the Draga, maybe.
Ludicolo art is beautiful. So colorful.
Well, they're
It's
great.
very good.
They're very good artists. I love their stuff. If they had an artist competition, I'd probably try to emulate their style more so than my own.
I love that it almost kind of looks like paper cutouts. I don't know if you've ever seen like the
No, I get you.
shadow
get that.
box type of
Yeah.
art where they layer paper cutouts. It kind of gives that vibe, and I really love that.
No, I think I think it is there. But I do have to admit, it was like, even if I was to ever main Dragapult, like treat it seriously, I think I would do the same where it's like I get the full art Dracloaks, and then I would do the full art like the silver border Dragapult, not that one. Because I've seen people who have the full illustration line, and like, to me anyways, like especially when trying to like distinguish true colors when price checking, it's like, oh, okay, it's tough.
You know, I never thought about that, but that actually is very smart.
If you set up yourself a system, usually you'll be fine as long as you know what your system is. I use a similar one where I'm using colors and stuff to find out where I'm at.
Yeah.
Round 7 is up, and
Cool.
we will get ourselves a game. Captain, if you're still on YouTube, would you be up to stream? Captain Puig, at worst, I will go into your matchup and ask, because they are up against alpacas. No, they're not up against alpacas. If they were, they're up against Chris Sizor, who is on the festival lead.
Oh,
Ooh.
interesting. Interesting.
So I'm asking them, how do you stream? Join the tournament Discord and jump into any VC, and we will come to you. Oh, looks like they're on table 4. Let's go ahead and join them here in just 1 second.
Alrighty.
All right, we're going to jump down to them. The other benefit of going into their game and talking to them is they've had a issue all tournament where they keep, and they're not able to check in. But that happens. That happens. All right. Once they share, we will get this game up and going, and we will see the Captain Pug here go up against Chris Sizor. And it looks like they are up. You know what's interesting though is the people who do stream off their phone.
Yeah.
And
It's very funny looking at the UI. Through like when you stream it,
Server error.
and you just see like the little middle part, and then the rest of the screen is black.
there it goes.
It is funny.
My phone
I will
keeps.
say I've had better luck with PTCGL on my tablet some nights than I have on my desktop. I don't know if that's just me. I don't know if that's just a weird streak of luck, but I've never had a game crash out on my tablet, but I've had it crash out so many times on my desktop.
Okay.
My desktop runs live great. My phone, even though I got a new phone, I went and got an S26, and I was like, brand new phone, great. It disconnects like every third game. Sometimes even like as soon as it takes a KO. And I through the ambassador program stuff, which I have to send her some reports from tonight. I reported, I'm like, here's video of it happening. And this happens like randomly. Like I'll blow up a Dusknoir and then the game crashes. Or they'll KO a Badoo and the game crashes. It's weird.
It's the floating cards for me. The floating cards get me every time. Every time.
But I will hand it off to you two and enjoy here watching Marnie's Grimstar will go up against Festival Leave.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
This one's going to be very interesting. I do see to start off with the Badoo, which is good because item lock versus Festival Lead helps.
Anything to slow them down, really. Festival League, once they get rolling, they
Oh, Amber going second? Oh, this is huge.
So the Festival Lead is probably going to grab the Grookey and possibly another Applin or maybe the Goldeen.
I would assume double Grookey if they know that they're going to be item locked. Well, depending on what they have in hand, like.
Oh, yep, double Grookey.
Yeah.
You should play the lottery because that was beautiful prediction.
Oh, they have another one, so it doesn't matter. Okay, never mind. But yeah, early on now they do normally have the 1/1 Seeking line or the 2/1 Seeking line, depending on what they play. So you could be seeing that, but I doubt it. I would assume it's just like an Applin. Applin and the Relor, yeah, because
the Relor, get the Rabsca set up.
Marnie, yeah.
Yeah, see, knowing they're going against a Marnie's Grimmsnarl, the faster they get that Rabsca set up, the better position they will be in.
Then we do get to see that, the Pokepads are going to be played now, which makes sense. Just for the Diplin, okay. It is upsetting we didn't get a full art Thwackey. Like, I know the pre-release one is nice, but just having the full art Diplin and not having the Thwackey is weird.
They don't get to bling out their deck to its fullest extent.
No, it's not. It's upsetting. But it is what it is. But yeah, not much here now for the Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Now they do have the Tatsugiri in deck, so they could give up items in exchange for hoping to get something.
Looks like they're going to set up a double Monkey Dory here, which may not be a bad
I would just assume that they're going to grab Frostlass. No, they are going to go Tatsu, okay.
Tatsugiri.
Yeah, they're contemplating.
I think setting up a double monkey here might be very, very wise, especially considering that a lot of things in Festival League just don't have a lot of HP. Being able to get those monkey plays off might end up saving.
Oh yeah, getting the monkey plays is huge, but then yeah, we do see the Tatsu. So we are going to see the Tatsu. That's fair. Like it is understandable, and we don't see anything. That's really unfortunate.
Oh, that's.
So now the gamble wasn't worth it. That stings. If they gotten something there, then it would have been huge.
Here comes the Thwackey. Will we see a second one?
Well, we'll be seeing a second one probably regardless, because they can just go grab it.
They can go grab the second Thwackey.
They can go chaining.
The Rabsca.
We see the Rabsca. That's nice. Now, the only thing is, since they didn't item lock, depending on what the hand is, they could just easily just be like, okay, here's Secret Box. And then go from there.
Second Thwackey.
Nice pre-release one. Okay, very fair. And they have the energy. Okay, so they probably grabbed one of them there. But they do already have the Festival Lead, so now do they have a supporter to go on top of this? No, so we see the second one for it, probably. Yeah.
Please. Yeah, just to refresh their hand. They've got a
Yeah.
really good setup here on the festival lead
Oh,
side.
yeah.
No, they're in the driver's seat here now. Now the only thing is, it will depend on if they don't have a basic, but they have Pokepad, so they probably are going to get the last basic. We see a Diplin, okay. Because then, regardless of what the Marnie's Grimmsnarl player promotes,
Here comes Secret Pop.
Pop early, okay. I guess since they know that they probably just go into Badoo, so they probably don't have much in hand. Now we did see a Fez, I believe they're just being discarded off the box, which is interesting.
Yeah, Pheasantipity.
Yo. That's interesting. It's like now I actually want to see the list, see how they fit that in.
Sacrificing the monkey.
Yeah. It makes sense since they're not going to be able to benefit off of it. But like they're only doing 100 anyways, so it doesn't matter as much.
They thought about that Frost last play.
Hmm.
I was actually expecting to see that a little bit sooner, just to try to, because
Well, I
so many
thought
of the festival leave have
the thing was-
abilities.
Yeah, so last term when they grabbed Tatsugiri, and this is
Mhm.
what I was saying, where it was like they could have Pokepadded for the Frostlass, and even we saw
I
that they
thought
were
that's what they were going
contemplating-
to grab. You and I were on the same brain wavelength because
the
I thought
fact
they were
that
going to grab it as
they-
well, simply because almost everything in festival, actually, I think everything in festival lead has an ability. Frost
They
Lass,
normally do, yes. The only reason that they kind of did go for the Tatsugiri, and I think the Tatsugiri was correct in the moment, was because they have nothing in hand.
yeah, I thought they were going to try for the
Otherwise, I
lead.
do think grabbing the Frostlass would have been correct in that scenario. But yeah, there's nothing we can do there as much. Deciding not to attach there to the Monkey Dory is interesting. Okay, this is
And now
very
we'll have those Frost Lass pings
interesting.
coming onto the field. Because I think the only real attacker in festival lead that does not have an ability would be Seeking.
No, Seeking does
No,
have an
Seeking has an
ability.
ability as well. No, I don't have
Everything
anything.
has an ability, yeah.
It's getting late. It's getting late.
You're fine. Well, this is very cool. We do see the 1-0 Force of Vitality is very funny. Yeah, this is a very funny list. I do like it.
I like when there's something just out of the box. Is this also the list that has the one of the special grass energy as well?
Yeah, the growing energy.
Yeah,
The growing energy is cool just to be like last minute plays of just being like, oh, I want to save myself.
The festival lead player being very proactive, taking out that Frostlass, getting rid of that problem.
Yeah, you kind of have to deal with it because otherwise it's just the ticks are going to exponentially grow, and it's just like, oh, especially in combination with the Monkey Dories.
The Monkey
You're like,
Dories, yeah.
oh.
I think at this point it kind of is the festival lead player's game to lose. They have gotten such an advantage. Those early thwackies being able to grab the things that they need and so efficiently just kind of control the entire match.
Yeah. They just get to do what they want, which is very funny.
All right, here's a question.
Mhm.
Would it have been beneficial for the Grimmsnarl player to double checking their list? Yveltal Frostlass, like something like the Thwacky, at least for a few turns. Force them to like try to put energy on it while it built up. Would that have been a good play? So trying to set up this Grimmsnarls.
Well, trying to wait, yes, but also they have Kieran and Switch, so they could theoretically get it, but also it's like the Grimmsnarl player doesn't have much in hand, so
The
I don't
Grimmsnarl
think
player
they're
having no
able to
hand
pull it
is
off.
really crippling them right now.
Yeah, like they're in a game losing position because of it. Like even earlier on when we saw Frostas versus Tatsugiri contemplation, if they had hit off the Tatsugiri, then as you were saying, Doom, that yeah, they could potentially do the Veltal play, and I do think you have to kind of try that line, but like when they don't have it, they don't have it. But we do
Michael, I
see here
just
that
want to ask you because we're seeing a lot of these thwacky plays with this festival lead deck. Do you think the thwackies would be useful outside of festival lead simply as a draw engine? Simply just to have that boom boom groove, putting
So,
other things, kind of like we see with the Draclove, or do you think it's a little too specific?
No, I think it's interesting. So I've talked with some people. So we've seen Tim Danklin do the Mega Greninja version with the Boom Boom Groove.
Mhm.
I've also seen in the past, initially leading into Prague and Utrecht, where there was the Mega Gardevoir version with this. But that you kind of just didn't have a draw engine on its own. Then there was a concept that myself and a few other people were trying, and it was like really funny, but it was really high rolly. We called it Party Pult, where you had Pult with you played like the Swirlix, and then you had the Boom Boom Groove. So kind of like basically a one prize version of the old Dragapult Pidgeot version.
That was a clean sweep by that festival lead player.
Yes.
Absolutely not a single prize taken. Very impressive.
It just couldn't do much. So there is a world where like, because yes, the Boom Boom Groove engine, it is very strong, but I think you just need to be able to do more with it. But there is a world where we can see it work.
All right, let's go ahead and jump to table 3.
3.
This is Mega Frostlass going up against Zoroark.
Yo.
Oh wow.
Oh, and they have the Totodile. Yo, this is cool.
Mega Frostlass is one of my babies. I run it with Starmie, and last weekend when I was in the Girly Pop Games finale, I was able to do 1,050 damage with a Mega Frostlass.
Oh, that's what, 21 cards?
Yes, it was against an Alakazam deck. They had a 21 card hand, and just somebody clipped it because they were like,
"Oh, very good."
Just do that. But I think the Mega Frostlass.
Oh, this is
the only real downfall I see to it is you can play around Mega Frostlass. If you see that field, you need to start playing down your hand. You need to utilize those Ultra Balls.
That's the one thing I dislike. So for Utrecht, I made the agreement where if I had done well with Starmie Frostlass in Utrecht, that I would then do Turin and NAIC to try and push for the invite. Mm-hmm. So I played Starmie Frostlass, and then it was kind of like, it was fun, but I do get what you mean, where it's like, from playing it myself, that I was like, yeah, this, you can very easily kind of just get outplayed in the way that, well, they know what's coming. And since your game plan is so linear, that you can just, as you were saying, play around it by them discarding their hand or just finding cards to use.
I knew there was a reason I liked you. You're a fellow Starmie enjoyer, so okay. I knew there was a reason.
Oh, okay.
I think that, a lot of people compare the Frostlass with Alakazam because they kind of have a similar mechanic, but the difference with Alakazam is it goes off of your hand size, not opponents. You have control. And I think that is the key difference, because the second you see Mega Frostlass, you start playing down your hand. You start playing those cards even if they're not ideal, just to limit how much it can do.
Yeah. Like, I do think if the roles were reversed and Frostlass was based on your own hand, I think it would be just way too strong. Because we're seeing here, like, imagine this now. We have, once Pokegear's played, we have 5, we have 9 in hand, so we're doing 450.
Mm-hmm.
if it was our hand. That's insane.
I will
Plus
say
in
though, keeping
combination
that
hero
Frost Lash,
case.
giving it that big HP is helping a lot. It makes it very beefy, very scary to deal
It
with.
does. And it helps. But the list is cool. I do like it. And then we do see the little Totodile there, just getting to be like, okay, you sit and you stay. You think about what you did.
I think though, you were talking about your play for Urict being the Starmie Frostlass. I think Starmie and Frostlass make a very good combination. Starmie is very good early game, whereas Frostlass really picks
Yeah.
up late game when your opponent has been able to accrue a hand size. It's
Yeah.
very, very good late game
Checkmates,
sweeper.
and it was just good. It was very fun. I do think though it's just like I think what happened with Utrecht was, as we saw, what was it, Prague, there was so much Pult won. You guys had LA where
Yes.
Pult won. It did really well. That was kind of like, I was hoping Turin might be the event where Dragapult gets countered, but it ends up being Utrecht. So then, well, I'm playing also a Pult counter deck. I ended up facing like a lot of other, like I think I only faced like 2 Pults in the end, and I went 101. Or not 101, I went 1-1 against it. That was like, oh, well, now it's not worth playing.
I feel like the art of meta calling has gotten a lot more difficult because people will be like, well,
It
this is
has.
going to be the most played deck, and so I'm going to play something that hard counters it. And if you
Yeah.
end up just hitting that all day long, you're in luck. If you don't, you will struggle.
It is. Like,
Let's go ahead and jump
In the
back to the
past-
real quick.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
jump back to the casting desk here in Seattle.
like even in the past, I've had it to where, like, say for example, when Husui Gudra was a good play for an event, I had it to where I was like, okay, yeah, this event, this deck might be good, but I might either play it wrong or I might not get to play the game or anything like that. But I was still correct in deciding what was well. Because say for example, one of the events where I decided that Gudra was good, Stefan Ivanov got second at an event with it. So it was kind of like, oh, okay, I can meta call, but I just didn't play correct. Or maybe I didn't have the correct list or anything like that. Like I remember looking at it, my list was completely different to his, and his was a better build. So that came down to like the deck building and all that, for example. But I do agree with what you mean, that it's changed in the way that since Metafy is now kind of popped off, especially in the States, all that kind of stuff, there's more resources known, like what we have more online events compared to pre-COVID times, for example. So kind of like being able to predict things, the whole kind of like timeline of, oh, X deck is good, and you go around in that cycle, it has kind of gone around to where it's kind of quicker in a way where if you're trying to time something perfectly. So I do agree with what you're saying, where it's tougher now to meta predict.
I think the proliferation of online play has really changed the playing field a lot for that, because
Yeah.
now instead of just having to be like, well, let me look around the room and see what everyone is playing, or let me take, a lucky guess, you can look and see what have people been playing online, what has been popular, what has been less popular, what counters what, and, take all that into account. And like you said, with Metafy, here in the States, it's, it's very, very popular. So
Yeah.
most definitely. I do want to try to make my way to a European event next season, though. I've wanted to do that for a
Let's
while. I've
go.
actually never been overseas. I have a fresh passport ready to go. I would
Let's
love to
go.
see what y'all's tournaments are like over there.
They're funny.
See you later, Captain Pug.
They're funny.
I
But yeah, hopefully soon now we'll get the announcement for next season. I was
yeah.
really
I'm hoping
hoping.
so. I'm hoping to
I
see.
was really hoping. What was it? Was last week? I was really hoping last week we were going to get it, because last year it came out on the 25th,
Yeah,
Mhm.
historically, we've
Um,
gotten it last week. Historically.
Yeah. And like I really thought we were going to get it last week, not just because of the whole date timeline, like roughly, but because Worlds is at the end of August this year.
Part of me is wondering if they're waiting until after the 4th of July holiday, at least for the North American announcements, because it's a holiday for us today on the 4th of July.
But they're going to, well, yeah, but I get that. Like it's now 1 a.m. for you, or sorry, it's near for Doom, anyways. It's like 11.
Yeah, it's 11 for me.
But like I did think that last weekend, because they normally announce everything together,
Mhm.
or I thought they were going to do what they did. Now I realized afterwards they announced it at Worlds, but I thought it was going to be at NAIC where they would be like, oh, here's the first, not quarter anymore because there's no longer 4 ICs, but now the first like third of the year, since they go like up as far as the first IC, which is normally LAIC.
I thought we were going to get something at NAIC. I was actually surprised we did
I
not.
did think so, but then that's why, as I said, like I looked at last year's and they didn't announce it at NAIC. They announced it at Worlds. But I really hope they don't do that this year, because like since Worlds is the end of August,
Mm-hmm.
the States normally their events, your first event is normally the middle of September, so it's either going to be
Yeah, I went to
the 11th
Pittsburgh
or
last year,
13th.
which was right in the middle of September.
Yeah, so it's
that
either
is
going to be
a
the 11th
scramble.
to 13th or the 18th to 20th is what I'm assuming is your first event. Roughly,
And
it's
that's going to
what
be a scramble. Like
it's going to be because it's normally 6 to 8 weeks. RK9 gives out the registration stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
About
if
6
that
weeks out.
was the case, that would be next week. Which obviously that's not going to happen.
Yeah, no.
So it is interesting. But yeah, I do see what you mean. Where like, yeah, you guys have your 4th of July weekend. That it probably will be at least another week minimum is what we're waiting.
Probably that would be my guess, but I'm kind of in the same boat as you, where it's going to be such a quick turnaround if they put that first regional right in the middle of September. And
Well, they have been doing it for the past while, is the thing, since there's only one event a month, anyways. Unless they delay it to the end of September. But it depends, like, because since they always do contract stuff, they organize stuff in advance for bookings.
Mm-hmm.
There was one.
So it's just a wait and see game.
There was one rumor I heard that the dates are almost all going to be the same. So Seattle will be around February, Vegas in November, Pittsburgh
I had
in
a
September.
feeling that they would do that. I had
hope they do Vegas in November. I want to go back to Las Vegas. That's my.
I would be very shocked if they don't bring back Vegas, because especially since it did so well last year. I'd be very shocked if they got rid of it. Like, I'm assuming Vegas will happen for at least another year or two.
From what the interviews and the rumors are from it, they do sign 3-year deals with the venues. So
it depends on stuff, yeah.
So take like
that's why it makes me think of this.
So like Seattle and Vegas had their first years this year, so we get like 2 more years of them for sure, and then they probably reevaluate after the second year or third year.
Yeah, like it depends with stuff. Like, and this was the thing, I really thought last week we were going to get announcements, because for anyone who staffs, the staffing application has already actually happened. The deadline is like next Wednesday for me, for LAIC. So like anyone who's a professor knows the dates for LAIC. So that's why it was kind of like, well, why haven't we, been told for at least up to then?
Mm-hmm.
Which is really weird. Like I would assume any day now for the first regional or two for staffing anyways, they're probably going to tell us the dates, which would also mean the location, obviously.
What are you predicting for the European regionals? Where do you think they're going to move? Are they at the end of their contracts? I'm not.
They'll normally stay the same. It always just depends on the dates. Italy always keeps going around the place. I really hope they bring back Seville. Seville is brilliant for Spain.
Okay.
Prague, I don't know whether they'll bring back or not because there was issues. But they might bring it back. I don't know. Prague was cool. But everything is normally like the same. Like, I think this is the thing that I was talking to other people about. If they change worlds and we in Europe gets worlds, I think worlds has to be in Europe. It either has to be Germany or the UK, which then affects EUIC, which also affects the regionals. Because like we're not going to get 2 German regionals, for example, and a German IC or German Worlds. We're not going to go to Germany 3 times in the 1 year. It's the same with the UK. We're not going to go to the UK. Well, we could be going to the UK 3 times because back a few years ago we used to have 2 UK regionals. So I could. So this was what I was talking to some people about, where like depending on what they do for Worlds, then it could be like, well, we have like 2 UK regionals, 1 German regionals, a German IC, for example, and then UK Worlds. Or we could have like German Worlds, EUIC still in London as usual, and then like 2 UK regionals, 1 German regionals.
So I have a question, just because you're a little bit better with the geography over on that side. When they have something in the UK, is it always going to be in Great Britain proper, or do they ever do Scotland, Wales, anything in that area?
Always going to be. It's probably always going to be the UK, like England is what.
It's
what
always
you
going to be England proper. Okay. Just because I was curious if they even had like the venue space in either of those other places to maybe have something different.
I genuinely don't know. With that kind of stuff, like, and this is the weird thing. Like, so you technically. And this is the thing where like I've been asked by other people, why isn't there an Irish regionals? Like Ireland, we technically like have the convention center, which we always have like a Comic Con or Gamers Con, which that can hold a good few thousand. It's just the thing is like there's multiple floors, but then also the thing is it's also the hotel situation in Ireland where it's very expensive. So like Pokemon probably won't do it. They already lose money when they do contracts for events.
I would love to see Ireland. I've only ever seen Ireland.
Just come when people come to the UK. Just come to Ireland. You can go over and back very cheap.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. Like for example, Birmingham regionals. My flight's round trip is like 20-30 euro.
Oh wow!
It's dirt cheap. The most expensive thing for Birmingham regionals is normally the hotel. And that's like maybe 100, 150.
See,
it depends on location, but like, yeah, there's so many, like most places to get between Ireland and the UK is dirt cheap. It just depends on how early you book it.
Like, that was something that I really loved about Las Vegas regionals was there are so many hotels to stay in because it is a very tourist-centric city.
Yeah.
There were so many places to stay.
New round is up. And we will find a player. Is Thea still up there? Where are they at? Yes, is 5-2. Joyful Sandwich is up against Mr. Pumpkinhead. That's Alakazam versus Zoroark. I'm going to ask if he can.
Ooh.
That's good.
Plus, it's essentially a win in it. It's 6-1s versus 6-1s.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to determine who.
And like it is, to be fair, like Zoroark versus Alakazam, if the Alakazam player doesn't have like a good starting hand, and if they can't put down Shaman, especially now with Transformation Tome, Zoroark can just take early knockouts.
I feel like Transformation Tome, we've been talking about it all night, but it just synergizes so well with Zoroark, and it really allows them so much versatility.
All right, he said he's in, so we will jump to him when he is ready. He is probably going to take table 1, but you never know.
Yeah, it's fair. Well, yeah, no. Again, going back with the whole geography, yeah, I see him there. Table 1 is.
1 second, and I'll jump there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and jump.